Alright, I think we're on.
Hello!
Anyone in the chat room tell what we're on.
Oh God! This is a very competent start. This is why we need Harry.
Okay, sorry. Hello everyone, anyone who's listening. This is Dice Capital. We're down the person who does all the tech today, so I'm stressed off my face and in a Christmas sweater, so I'm sweating like a pig.
Yeah, we're all in Christmas sweaters, which will slowly...
I'm not actually a Satanist, so I do identify with the Satanist religion more than Christianity, so, you know.
And Sam identifies with brutality.
Happy holiday.
I identify with secret.
You look like you've been punished. Like, this is the thing around your neck, and you're like, you know, says the name of your sin.
Yeah.
Also, I was bought this for my Secret Santa by the wonderful Dylan Jones, and I think we've got to work out a name for him by the end of the session.
Did anyone used to watch American Dragon?
Jake Long.
Yeah, he looks like Jake
Should we
Long.
get on with the show?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, let's go on with the show.
Yeah, so hello to everyone watching. I don't know if anyone is actually watching. Things may have all gone wrong. I don't know the tech.
There appears to be a comment.
There appears to be a comment, so hopefully everything's working. So, yes, this is Dice Capital. We are playing a game of D&D in a science fantasy setting called East of the Earth, episode 4. Yeah, should we do introductions? I'm Liam, Dungeon Master. We'll start with you.
I'm Seb. I play Tumbleheart, and we now have a little...
Yes, we do. We have character art.
We have character art. If you check out our Instagram, you can see all the full pictures, which is instagram.com/dicecapital.
Look at that plug.
How seamless as well. Beautiful.
Prepared, social media manager.
Anyway, yes.
What am I in this? Why has everybody got got little...
I asked what you bring and you said diabetes.
I do bring diabetes.
Sorry, we've been dividing up the official roles when we all the success goes to our heads.
Also, I have already done the terrible thing of like posting something as Dice Capital, switching back over to my own Instagram and commenting on the post.
Shall we get on with introductions? We're getting a bit sidetracked.
Yeah.
Sam,
My name is Sam, and I'm playing the Blue Boy Tetsu.
I'm Shannon. I'm playing her Babus. She has a tattoo on her head.
She does. And Harry, our fourth player, and as I said, tech person, fortunately can't be here today. I believe he's watching though, so let's not be too rude about him. Honest.
Or let's be ruder.
Or ruder, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Good eating.
Punish him for having to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he plays Stev and Stev's strange dog. I think you should be able to. Stev, the role of Stev will be played by Seb's hand this evening. Yes.
Make it more circular.
All right, come on.
Can you put him there?
He's not quite visible.
Okay, that's fine.
Right. Anyway, so first of all, the setting we're playing within is based on a video game, Caves of Cud, made by Freehold Games. As always, thanks to them for giving us permission to play in their setting.
Thank you.
Second of all, we now have character art. We commissioned the amazing Ron Koza to make them. She did a fantastic job, I think. I mean,
Phenomenal.
The art's gorgeous.
Yeah, just
I got very
chef's kiss.
excited.
We are, yes, we're all very delighted by them. If she's watching, thank you very much, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah, thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
I don't know if she is, but hopefully she is.
Of course she is. She loves us.
Well,
She will.
she will. She'll learn to love us if she ever actually watches. This is only our fourth stream ever, so we're still learning and improving. There are a few audio issues tonight. There may be a very faint background buzz on the player's mic. I have tried to sort it out. Hopefully it's not too much of an issue.
And a little jingle, but that's with Santa coming, so...
A jingle? Oh yes, of course, Shannon jingles, that's an audio issue. Mine's slightly echoey, sorry, I haven't been able to fix it. We will be improving the audio for the second stream. The next stream, sorry.
The second
stream. We'll go back in time. No, we'll improve the audio for the next episode.
It's the wild optimism at the start of these that I think everyone really comes from.
Anyway.
Just to be like, welcome to the stream. We're sorry.
Well, look, I mean, as an audio, as I was saying, Seb, not an audio file, but someone who has problems with audio, I do want to see it improved beyond human limits.
It will.
It will, one day. Anyway, any notes from the group before we begin?
No.
Hope you have a
Oh,
good
can we recap?
Or just holiday.
Are we
Or
gonna
holiday,
recap
have a
what
holiday.
happened?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
What was the question, sir?
Well, last time we lived outside of Boris Johnson's Britain, so it's going to be considerably more dour mood to this episode, I'm afraid. But yeah, shall we begin? Let me get some music on.
we all just went.
Let's do it. And then let's just peek the microphone and then go.
Yes, I should stop clapping. That's really bad. Anyway, last time we opened in the midst of combat as the party ventured into the valley in the Red Canyons, guarded by the creatures known as Snapjaws. You'd headed this way on the trail of a rogue Esper, who had butchered the village Shem the day before. And for great wealth in fresh water, you were to return their head to the water baron Enod. Although you suffered injury in your combat with the Snapjaws, particularly Hebabus, you prevailed and you drove off these bandits. Inspecting the derelict merchant caravan the Snapjaws had hidden behind and around and above, you found clues that suggested that this caravan had been attacked by the same Esper you pursued. Passing through the Red Canyons into Cud, the sacred jungle where all sorts gather far and wide to come and plunder the ruins of the ancient gods. You made your way along the banks of the River Spy, led by Stev, to Kaya, the mushroom village. There, Tumbleheart spoke with Zer, old mentor, Warden Yurgoth, who told them a seer had foretold Tumbleheart's return, and the seer bade Tumbleheart and Zer party to make their way to Moonspear, a stone outcropping a day eastwards. So following this advice, you made your way, reaching Moonspear and setting camp. Unsure, not Hector Moonspear, you head to Moonspear. Setting camp, you're unsure of your next step. We ended as a tribe of the monstrous Goatfolk had emerged from the clearing surrounding the party.
Yeah, after the infamous line, you wouldn't dare to face down a whole tribe of these.
Let's get some creepy music going.
Oh no.
So, pale moonlight washes the clearing around the Moonspear, this stone outcrop that points towards the heavens as the Goatfolk emerge. Each is no shorter than 7 foot, and so thick with muscle that they are broader than the mangroves they come from. A violent tension hangs in the air, but for the moment, they are not attacking, merely waiting, perhaps 15 feet away. What are you doing?
So they've definitely seen us.
They are looking right at you.
Is there any chance at all they think I am just part of the local fleet?
Fuck us. You're
Wielding,
fine.
Can I just
wielding
sort of
knives.
nestle my urn into the ground and just go?
Can I do the same? just like shovel down. No.
I want to throw myself to the ground like that and just be like, we beg your forgiveness for encroaching on your land. We're idiots. Please forgive us.
Speak for yourself.
I just go, hello.
Do you just say hello to them? So it kind of hello, and somehow it almost, despite that there's an echo here, you can almost hear it echoing.
Hello.
As there's no response, they kind of stand in mute silence. Some of them clearly have an aggression towards you.
Right.
And one in particular, who's directly in front of you as a group.
Okay.
And is one of the closest, is clearly
Okay.
irritated in the extreme at your presence. Bit of froth forming around their sharp teeth.
Which one of you is Hector Moonspear?
Actually say that.
Please
No,
don't.
I don't understand.
You refer to a character that only the player knows about,
No.
who doesn't exist.
No, I absolutely don't. I say, as the fleshling said, we meant absolutely no disrespect.
This one at the front starts coming forward towards you on their digitigrade legs.
We were told to travel here by Yurgoth, Warden Yurgoth.
It seems that the one approaching you seems only more irked at your mentioning of his name.
Oh, is that part of the backstory?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I forgot that.
Babus, you can just kind of see from above, kneeling down, these hooked toenails gouging into the soil and vegetation as it approaches to come
What's the dogs doing?
feet away. The dog's just
Oh, good
Steph is
God.
just kind of knocked in arrows, kind of shaking and
Good eating.
edging back.
No, stop. Not we're going to be the good eating. I say.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Didn't have anything else other than that.
Good.
I said, listen, we apologise for our trespass. We are on the hunt for an esper.
Okay.
I'm
While you're saying this,
Oh.
Oh, bloody hell.
okay. Hababus takes 8 damage
Great.
as this Goatfolk just kind of very casually kind of kicks her over, and she flaps back and kind of onto your back and hit the stone. So that's kind of cumulative bludgeoning damage as you both are kicked over. Not too hard. You get the feeling that this creature could possibly even just put its foot through you if it wanted, but just goes.
weak.
I'll just interpose.
Weak.
I'll just interpose myself
Blimey.
between the thing and Hababus.
Okay, can you give me athletics or acrobatics?
How far away are we from this?
This one is about a couple of feet away.
Right, let's run. What are we doing? Just leave. Are we
can't
surrounded?
Unnatural
Can't outrun
20.
them.
Unnatural 20.
This
Okay.
guy's got like a
They got
beautiful
21.
thighs.
So as you're saying this, a big hand comes out and just kind of grabs as
Oh,
soon as you're
no.
wide, so he's lifting you up.
There's no chance of my. There's no chance of.
Unfit to be gone. And just kind of throws you to the soil and starts just going.
Unfit.
Oh. Initiative, please.
Ah! What are we unfit to be?
I didn't even hear unfit to what?
You heard, well, you can
Unfit
tell.
to begar.
Dumb fit.
You
I got a natural fucking one.
Hold on. Where, I always forget where my bloody initiative. 21.
Let's play some tenser music.
Oh,
really?
good.
This is not a great
good
start.
This is not a good bloody
Last
start,
time
mate.
Last time we started by fighting tiny little hyena people.
And now we're
Now
fighting.
fighting giant goat people.
Boy, how we really.
Why can't we fight
how
some regular sized people?
How time flies, eh? 1 minute, you cock of the walk.
Right. So, who got above 20? Nice.
I get to get beat the shit out of
You
first.
get to die first. Oh, no.
Oh, should I roll
the kill you last? No, I'll do
Got
step.
step.
Good eating.
Right.
Do you think it's like a test? Because he keeps
Who
calling
got
us
20 to 15?
I imagine so.
No, 20 to 15?
I got one. Liam got
Oh, I
one.
got Waffle Step actually. What we get advantage Step? Okay, not good for Step. Okay. Sorry, just writing this down. 15
Do I know-
to 10. Yikes, really.
Good God, people.
I have -1 to initiative.
10 to 5.
I'm up a land.
10 to 5?
I've got 9.
Okay, you've got the same as Step.
Oh, that's some.
What about the dog?
The dog actually got 22.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't know about you.
Thanks, dog.
Dog. This is Taylor Swift's song.
Sorry, Taylor Swift's song is what?
We established this. I said
thought
this
it was
last
Your
time.
Dog.
Her new album's coming out. You know, she's in the movie
wasn't
Cats.
Cat.
The irony of having a song called Good Job Dog just before you release Cats is just.
If I was on
and
Taylor
Babies?
Swift's marketing team,
I would not have let that happen.
oh, I would have.
I really
Right.
would. Just to cause the controversy. Is Taylor Swift a dog person? Is she a cat person?
Find
Is
out.
she a Goatfolk person?
Okay.
Is this
definitely
Goatfolk
are.
person's name Taylor?
Actually, tell you what, this is going to be a bit complex for me. Does anyone else want to play Step and Dog?
Can I play dog?
They have to play both because it's
I
okay.
don't want to play
Go
both.
on, go on.
No, you can. You can.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Sure.
next to the
I'll-
icon for. Just do it. Okay.
Okay.
So first
Just so I
dog.
can have power over
Don't
this.
shut up. First dog. Dog is going first. What is dog doing?
Okay, sorry. I'll just quickly find out what dog can do.
One of them bites.
Dog is going to cast. I need to remember what all these spells do.
Just bite the thing. Just bite it.
Just
I
bite.
was
We
actually
can't
going to
bite
say-
it.
I'm going to cast. Dog is going to cast command on the Goatfolk.
Sure.
There are
And he's going to
15
give
of
the,
these
and
things.
is going to
Only
give
one
I
of them
think
appears to
we
be
only
currently
need one
attacking
of
you.
them.
and is going to give the command kneel,
Just need to beat one of them, I think.
which I believe is a wisdom save.
We just have to.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, because he keeps calling us weak, so I think he wants us to.
So he wants us to prove
What's the
that we're worthy.
DC?
The spell save DC is 13.
Can you tell me on commands? Does it act immediately or? Sorry.
Sorry.
everyone. Sorry.
I will get the spells up.
I believe it acts immediately for the sake of speed. So you see the dog's ear. The dog just stops growling, and its just ears perk up, and its eyes widen slightly, and the Goatfolk suddenly just kind of stumbles onto one knee.
Oh my.
The ground shakes slightly beneath you. weak magic.
Oh my god.
Oh no, strong magic.
Strong magic. We want
Tetsu, it's your turn.
Okay, I have a question. Don't speak in the Australian whilst asking questions. How much metal do they have on their person?
Nothing. Most of them are naked or wearing kind of, leather loincloths.
Shit the bed, man.
Some of them might have a few effects in terms of like pieces of bone or ephemera's jewellery, but
nothing.
they do kind of. They have pierced some of their horns and put different things in there, but what metal is present here will be tiny slivers.
Is the dog within 5 feet of the Goatfolk? Because if not, can I have him move there just for the sake of
yes.
steps?
Yeah, I would say it is.
Okay. Good lord, I have no idea what he's frozen with fear.
He hasn't. The
Don't
Goatfolk hasn't attacked you yet.
Actually, that's
so
the point.
perhaps-
None of us except for the dog know that the dog has cast command.
Yeah, you've just seen this creature stumble and kneel suddenly.
Okay.
Oh, I think he's learning to respect
He's
us.
learning to. That's very kind of you.
We must think we're
Thank
strong
you.
enough.
Thank you very much.
Good show.
I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna say, "What do you need from us?" That's what I'm gonna do. But also just have my bow ready.
Okay, sure. I mean, you can ready an attack if you want.
I will ready. I will.
So you're
Explosive arrow.
That will hit everyone here.
Okay, then just a normal arrow.
You can
Just
blow everyone up if you want, but that'll be quite funny because he's a plant, so he catches fire quite easily.
I did realise in that first session, only on rewatching, that if I'd failed that dexterity save, I would have just died on the first roll I got to make.
That would be cool.
What on the first?
Just when the fireball exploded.
Oh,
I was just
incredible.
like-
Anyway, okay, so that's you're readying an action to attack.
Readying an action, yeah.
Okay, and you said, what do you want?
What do you want?
Well, brilliant, because it's the Goatfolk's turn now. He kind of picks himself up, and even though you're on an incline above them, he still manages to loom over
Oh
you.
lord!
Just about, just exceeding your eye line. Fairly rare for you as a very tall.
In and out of the game.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
We can adjust the
5'6",
cameras to change that.
Change the camera angles, like put it down so you're like looming. You've asked what do you want. This Goatfolk will go.
It
Give me
does.
your flesh, weakling. And
Whoa!
It does
Flash.
supposedly have to follow the command on its next turn.
Does it follow it throughout? Okay.
I believe it's
so
through
kneel
its
is
next
essentially prone. I mean, it's within melee attack range.
Yeah. No, I'm just sorry. I was just looking up spells as I go.
Okay, so from behind it, it drags a great axe of stone and wood.
Oh no,
and just
mate!
swings it to shatter into Tumbleheart.
At me. Okie dokie.
Yes, indeed, you can use this.
Hit me, I'm clearly immortal.
Oh, I'm fighting someone with a weapon for once.
But it's a bloody stone one. Why can't it be metal?
roll
I
not
love
that high,
that.
please.
What's your AC?
My AC is 19, but I do have parry. If it does hit me.
Okay, that's
Can you parry a massive stone axe?
Yep.
24 to hit. I think exceeds your parry.
Just a smidge, so I won't use anything. That's fine. I don't suppose that counts as bludgeoning damage.
It does. Why you
Resist.
Oh, son of a. Okay, well that's
Yes.
10 bludgeoning damage, half to 5. As this thing swings it and batters it into you. You try to and your sword arm just gets whacked out of the way with the sheer momentum of this thing as it bats into you. But thankfully, your series of vines kind of absorb the shock and kind of wave around. Right. Stev and Tumbleheart.
Okay. I will presume it is still thing. I'll go with myself first, just for simplicity's sake. I will just go for a straight attack on it. So he counts as prone?
Yes.
So advantage?
Yes.
So first attack. 21.
Nice. Hits.
Second attack.
Bloody dog.
21.
21, so both hit.
Cool.
No.
Cheers. 13 damage.
13. Okay. Can you tell me the two separate damages?
Yeah.
6 and 7.
6 and 7. So 6 half to 3 and 7 half to 4.
No, that's
because he is raging. So that's 7
he's
in
a
total.
barbarian.
Borborian. Yes.
Oh no.
Right. Stev's turn as well.
Stev will shoot an arrow at him.
Sure thing.
And I presume Stev has an ability that lets the dog attack.
He does. So as a reaction, the dog can attack.
Okay, so he will. So he will just fire his arrow.
Yeah.
Might get a disadvantage if the guy counts as prone.
At this close, I'll say doesn't count.
Please. Advantage or just regular?
Just regular attack.
Probably not on that one. 16.
16. Yep, hits.
Oh, sweet.
They're completely naked. I mean, they're not particularly agile as well, given that they are like
Yeah,
way over 400 pounds and you know.
1d8 plus 3. That's 8 damage.
8 damage, half of 4.
And then the dog will take its reaction to make a bite attack.
So Stev launches this stone arrow. It does strike and draw blood, but the muscle is so thick that it punctures barely at all and just cracks into the
Does
stone
he
beneath
constitute a beast?
you. No, he doesn't.
Are you sure?
Yes, he is a humanoid.
Bollocks.
I know what you're trying to do.
I know.
Just roll for the dog.
Cool. I'm just trying to find the dog's bite attack. There it is. 19.
Hits.
8 damage.
Okay, half 4.
And then, it's already prone, so
Yeah.
can't be not prone. So yeah.
Okay. Right, righty-ho. That makes Hababus. You are currently prone.
Okay, is that half of my movement to stand up?
Yes.
Okay. I want to double attack with my sword, please.
Okay.
Uh,
You stand up, draw your blade,
yeah.
and
Maybe spit in the dirt as well. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's 23 and 15.
both it.
Yes, okay. Nice. So that's a 7, 10 altogether.
You need to tell me separate ones because each one is halved individually.
3.
So half to 1.
What the fuck did I roll?
If you did 10 overall, then the other one's going to be 7.
There we go.
Okay, you
Wait, no,
slash
no,
across.
that's not- okay, yeah, go
And
on.
again, your blade, as you kind of swing it into the arm, normally for an all person you just cut through, but this thing just kind of batters off. You cut in and draw blood, and red begins to spill over their kind of ochre fur, but it does not find much purchase. It was like cutting into a tree.
And then I want to shout out, you might do better to hit them, my blue friend, and you feel inspired.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I do.
I call
Right.
them friends, that's inspiring.
It's Dog's turn. Yeah, you're finally accepted.
Don't appreciate blue friend, but that's fine.
Don't know how much this constitutes metagaming. It's just because I understand the mechanics of how raging works,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if the dog would.
Yeah, the dog's hella smart.
The dog's hella smart.
It's not, I mean, well, I guess, yeah. What is it you're planning to do?
I plan to cause fear in order to stop him dealing any damage for a round,
Right.
which would switch
Sure.
off that rage.
I mean, if you want to really metagame, you may know that certain subclasses of Barbarian make them immune to fear.
Well, I'm actually not smart enough as myself to know that, let alone as a dog.
Checkmate.
I think.
But is it this subclass of
But
Barbarian?
is it this subclass of barbarian?
Find out.
Find out
Next
next
time.
time.
End the
Well,
stream.
you know what? No, if the guy is on the ground, I think we'll just go for. Let's just kind of put him down because we've got to do that in the long run anyway.
Sure.
Do I have one of these?
Um,
if I'm button, please?
So he still
A
constitutes
D8.
prone.
Still prone, yeah, because he was prone at the end of his turn, right?
Sweet.
Because of command.
Yeah. Okay, so
Just
he'll,
one attack,
he'll
maybe
make the
an
one.
advantage.
One attack on advantage. 16.
Hits.
And can I use that?
And that'll be
Can I use
9 damage.
I need a
Four.
d20 roll.
So the dog bites in and it's trying to kind of tear at this thing's flesh, but again, it's like trying to bite into just a
Do I have to choose
giant
to roll
trunk.
at the same time?
You can choose
hey.
it after you roll it.
Tetsu.
Or Liam said.
Tetsu.
Okay,
Magic
I'm gonna fire an arrow at him.
Sure.
Magic him.
Here we go.
Magic him.
Magic him.
Magic him.
But I'm afraid because
I'm afraid of magic.
I'm afraid. No, because I'm not supposed to show off my magic, so I'm trying to show him that I can beat him without magic. If shit hits the fan,
You're not having this conversation. Shoot him with a goddamn arrow.
I will.
Shoot him with an arrow.
Yeah.
Do you even know that there's, I mean, does Tumbleheart even know that Tetsu knows any magic?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I saw it.
Oh, that's true, you did, yeah.
In the
What do you
first
get?
episode.
22.
Hits.
We had a whole conversation about it.
9.
9 after 4.
Wait, he wants us to use magic because he takes half from
Okay, so you
physical attacks.
again, and just like Stev's
use
stone arrow,
magic.
yours kind of sticks in and just kind of falls out, basically.
Okay, I know. I'm trying to work out how he would sort of do this. I'm trying to work how Tetsu uses magic. It's
Okay.
he won't do it yet.
So,
Fair enough.
first off, the Goatfolk is going to just kind of with their powerful digitigrade legs, just like push into the sun and literally kind of like rocket towards you, swinging this thing upwards.
Yeah.
And then swing for you.
Can I use my reaction to impose disadvantage on that?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
Thanks, man.
That's right.
Ooh. Yeah, you manage to kind of just deflect this thing as this just great weight just kind of goes past and moves your hair, and then taking your hair.
It's just like I do like the idea that it's just my coil that extends the shield. Ding!
Is that just the one attack or is it disadvantage till the end of the turn?
No, I think it's just the one attack.
Okay. Wait, hold on. No, you didn't parry, did you? So you didn't use your action for that.
Like slow mo as the axe swings past him. Like, oh, Nando.
Yeah, you're like you do the Matrix bullet dodge.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You can shout at me to use magic.
More swings. Oh, good. Both of those are 21 to hit.
Me.
Yeah.
Sick one. I might die here.
Oh no, you're good. You're
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
chubby.
Chubby boy.
Okay.
Not only might he die, but
Okay,
also
so
he's just
you
been
take
called.
24 bludgeoning damage, and can you give me a strength saving throw, please?
What do I roll for a strength saving throw?
D20 plus.
What's that? I'm
Sorry, everyone, we're still kind of learning the game.
Yeah, sorry.
Not me. I know the game.
Yeah, not except for Shannon.
I'm gonna roll this
Okay,
as well
okay.
for my body.
15 should be fine.
All right, 15.
No. Okay, 15. No, you.
I'm so sorry.
Just kind
I
of
don't think you can use it for that
basically
anyway.
fly back about 5 feet and just
Yep.
kind of clatter off the side of Moonspear. So you've been flung backwards and now.
No,
not
Hector.
thrown.
Oh, Hector. Right, great. No, good. I wanted to get
Hector's
far
on fire
away.
now.
How much damage was that?
You took
24.
24 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Right.
How far away am I now?
Oh, you're 10 feet away.
Only 10 feet.
So you scatter over the other side of this thing, and as you kind of dizzy, you can kind of see around the periphery other Goatfolk faces kind of swirling around.
Oh no! Looking around me, going. Meh.
Just one actual goat.
Yeah.
Is he the leader? Who knows?
Right, that makes it Steven Tumbleheart's turn.
I'll go with Steven Dog first.
No, dog action.
Sorry, Stev first, but potentially.
Dog reaction, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Sure.
So Stev is gonna take a shot with his bow.
Okay. So with this, he's at a disadvantage because he is within melee range of this Goatfolk. So he can't be shooting arrows at him right in his face without a particular.
Sweet.
I believe.
Yeah,
Legolas
fair.
was it,
Yeah, but Legolas is an elf.
Could I just use
in a bad
Could
CGI fight scene?
Could I just use my sword then? Is that alright?
What?
Sorry.
Yeah. I think you're rolling for Steven Dog first, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Could Stev use his sword then? If
Oh yeah, well he's got a stone dagger. He hasn't got a sword, but yeah.
He's got a short sword.
Does he?
That's what it says on
Oh,
him.
you gave him one, didn't you, or something?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, sure, you can use short sword. Yeah. Pulls forth this
Should I
bronze
just-
short
sorry,
sword.
Can I just use that roll?
Yeah.
22.
Sweet. Rolls tonight. God damn.
Mate, did you see me last session? I told you that's my plan for this game. Just roll well. 8 damage.
After 4.
And then Dog will use his reaction to make an attack.
Yep.
Roll well. I'm 20. He's raging, so 11 bars. Right, I'm going to need you to roll really badly in a second. 3... 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
Down to 2. Strength saving throw, please.
Is it? What's the size? Does it only affect medium and smaller, or is it large and smaller?
Just as if it's a creature.
I made a mistake on that.
But I made a mistake
All right.
on that homebrew. Knock down that
But I'll
trask.
say
Homebrew, did you say?
Yeah,
Homebrew.
homebrew. That's the terminology.
Oh, okay.
No.
I think you get advantage.
Thinking cold
if you're raging.
brew.
On strength throws.
It doesn't matter because on the first roll he got a 22.
I'm the layman here.
Okay. In that case,
fucking
Tumbleheart
layman.
will.
Tumbleheart.
Tumbleheart will Tumbleheart.
Tumble harder.
Tumble
Best
harder.
accent, so it evens
Tumbleheart
out.
2. Tumbleheart.
Sorry.
Do the best accent so it evens out.
He will go.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll just go for my 2 attacks now. Oh, one.
One won't hit.
Well, hang on. It's it's a 13, and I will use precision attack.
Sure.
Spend a superiority dice to try and hit with that one as well.
Okay. Do I have to tell you if it already hits or not with 13?
Oh, I think so. Hang on. When you make after making the attack. Oh no, but before any effects.
Okay, but you don't hit.
Sorry?
You don't hit with a 13.
Oh no, yeah, okay, but
I'm just checking in case of like whatever.
well, with a 20, I would imagine I would, and the other one's 25.
Have you shouted at me to use magic? Question.
No, because I don't know how much time my heart knows.
Okay.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, Oh, 10 and 10.
Do you add with the precision attack? Do you add that to the damage as well?
Don't think so.
Because you just rolled 2 dice.
Yeah, hit you with 2 attacks.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I think you did roll a 1 for one of them.
Oh, sorry. No. I rolled a 7 and 19. So
okay,
one was 13.
Sure. All right. So what's your damage?
10 and 10.
10 and 10. All right. Very nice. All right.
How's he looking at it?
He's starting to bleed a lot. I mean, none of your cuts have been deep, but you have done quite a few at this point, so there is blood pouring from it.
In that case, I'll action search.
Sure.
Sweet. And I'll go for it again. Oh, and I used the... I'm not sure if with precision attack in future, I'm not sure if you tell me if it misses before I decide if I'm going to roll it.
Okay.
I think I think I roll the dice and then I see what the number is and then I decide.
I think so. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go for another 2 attacks on my action search.
Action surge.
16 and 18.
Both hit.
Sweet.
God damn. There's just too many good
I
rolls.
told you.
Very
It's my
frustrating.
plan.
It's a good plan.
Oh. 7 and 4.
Pardon?
7 and a 4, so that's 2 and 3, 2, 5.
Get your goat.
Got your goat,
Right. That's you done.
Kinda just-
Hababus.
Seb's rolls really get my goat.
Don't take that.
Yeah!
Hababus.
Pinched.
What is Shannon? What's Hababus doing?
What's your house looking like?
That was the cruelest thing I've ever done. Sorry, what were you saying?
Actually, I was gonna give you health back, but fuck it. Fuck it, you don't
Oh,
get
no,
it.
no,
It's
I
even
get
my joke. We all get
Yeah,
it.
fair
And
enough.
I'm gonna punish Seb and
By punishing us all?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Well done. I enjoy that.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
I'm gonna go for another double hit with my sword.
Okay.
I think there was 14 is still at least.
Yeah, 14 is.
Okay, they're both. Oh. It's 10 and 6.
10 and 6. Alright. So 5 and 3. Okay. So 8.
How's he looking, this pal? I imagine
Oh,
very
he's
strong.
fairly beaten up.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay.
It's Dog's turn.
Doggo will. How much damage did you take? How are you looking?
I got 22 left.
22. I think you're okay.
Famous last words, but yeah.
Great.
Dog's gonna go for a bite.
Alright.
How inspired is the dog?
Who's not?
Not inspired.
I don't think the dog can get inspiration.
No?
No.
What if the dog role plays really well?
I think Harry can use his inspiration for the dog, but yeah.
Fair enough. No, that would, yeah.
No.
10.
Okay. Tetsu. Durdler. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, why?
Because
Why?
he's currently like half conscious.
Where's
and
my
he got
Constitution?
hit so hard he flew about 10 feet.
Oh
Use
no.
this.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of which, sorry. You need to. You take 1 more bludgeoning damage, by the way, from hitting the stone. I forgot about that bit.
Great.
13 for his.
13. No, you're just kind of there like. Ugh. So for this turn, you are. Where is it? So you're. Oh, that's not the wrong one.
Shit.
Right. So basically, for this turn, you have an action, but no movement and no bonus action. You can use that action to move
Right.
if you want, or you can use it for anything else. But
Okay.
otherwise, yeah.
Next round, will I have to roll again?
Maybe.
Okay.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who aside from me knows?
Can an action be an attack? Yeah, we'll fire.
So you're like lying down like, oh.
Exactly.
Okay, so I will say, given the shot you're making, Tumbleheart is definitely giving this. Actually, you're so short.
I'm very short.
That's a good point. Stev isn't.
Is Stev in the way?
I will have them count as half cover, which means that this Goatfolk's getting a +2 to AC. There's a possibility you might hit one of your teammates.
Okay, I won't do that. I'll use my action to get up
Sure.
and
So if you use your action to
prepare.
movement, you can get up and then move another 15 feet.
Yes, I'll do that.
So would you kind of get back? Do you run back towards the Goatfolk to be swatted back again, or?
Yeah, it will be. I imagine that the fight is kind of like
So you're
happening
kind of
on the.
We've got a kind of a gentle peak.
Mm.
You've kind of been hit to one side.
Yeah, as I've rolled
Fight's happening
down.
on this other side.
Yeah, okay. I'm running up the peak to
Running
almost
up that hill.
like for it will look sick if I do it well.
Yeah.
For the next thing, but if
Yeah,
not, I
you
just
jump off backwards, do a backflip. Kind of
backflip. Shout out to Will Bishop as well. Just got asked.
Is
to
Will
do a
is
shout
Will
out.
Bishop?
Apparently he's watching.
Bishop.
We love you.
Right.
Naturally.
The Goatfolk is going to, frustrated by its wound, scream with primal rage and is going to make some swings. First, let's do Herbavis.
Whom? I'll give that one disadvantage.
Okay, well, because they're rolling an advantage, it's going to be a regular attack. Ooh. How does 20 sound?
It sounds like it doesn't hit me.
It does.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, I can't parry anymore.
Oh shit. Okay.
Can you tell him if he misses me?
No, I just made a second attack and crit on Vegas.
Wow, okay, guys. That's me.
You dead?
Well, probably.
Possibly.
No.
This is gonna hurt a lot.
Listen to all them dice.
Because
Listen to all them dice.
that barbarian rage now.
Rolled quite badly, actually.
Alright.
So that's 10.
Don't worry. Dog's got cure wound.
That's only
Licks the
23
wound.
bludgeoning
I
damage.
had 20 health, so I'm a do-do-do.
Okay, well, I guess you failed.
Oh.
You just watch like her babies get like and just kind of basically kind of just scatter across the hill.
Does she just bounce back?
Guys.
Is it like boom, boom?
Like jump over her. Is
No, you get whacked to the side, basically hit the ground so hard you just kind of bounce off and slide down the slope unconscious.
R.I.P.
And then Stev gets another hit. Harry says everyone apart from me should turn their phones off.
This is the cinema, Harry.
Sorry?
Oh, I had a request actually from my phone. You're welcome.
And can you
How can we
deal
interact with the chat,
13
Harry?
bludgeoning damage to Stev, please?
Harry.
Can I deal?
Well, they deal for
Oh,
you
sorry.
added to his character sheet and have him make a
13
strength
to
saving throw.
Stev.
You haven't said good evening.
Harry, it is incredibly hard to decipher which one of these numbers is the current number.
He should be on full hit points.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because there's a 37 there and a 21 there.
He's on. Well, yeah, I can't see.
We didn't-
He had a long rest, so yeah, you
Yeah.
should have started this fight on full hit points.
Okay.
Cool. All of us? I thought we didn't because we got broken up halfway through the night by...
Yeah, but we still got.
We still got
Yeah,
full
but
rest though.
you still
Oh,
rested.
sweet. Oh, I should have full hit dice then.
Okay. Anyway.
Sorry, how many was it in total?
13 bludgeoning damage, and he makes a strength saving throw.
13 down to 31. And he makes a strength saving throw. 6.
Okay. It's now Stev and Tumbleheart's turn.
Steven Tumbleheart. Sorry, what did that strength saving throw do? Does
What did he
Stev-
get?
6.
Oh, sorry, I think he did higher.
Sorry, no.
He gets knocked back
Dink.
5 feet
Okay.
and kind of tumbles prone down the other side.
Tumbleheart. Thank
So
you very much. Tumbleheart is standing up. Can
Stev and Tumbleheart's turn.
Okay.
Do you want to give me just Stev's
Is it
Constitution save?
Oh, you're good at this, Stev. No, you're not. That's a crit fail.
Okay, he's just like. What's Tumbleheart doing?
Tumbleheart, sort of. The guy screamed in primordial rage. Then
Yeah, you do have
I mean,
attacks on
hopefully we'll be
advantage
good
against
even
him.
for them.
Excellent,
you know.
reckless attack.
In which case, I will just say, "Oh, so uncivilized," and then go for it. So first attack is a 22,
Nice.
and second attack is a 25. So.
Both it.
Sweet. Sweet. 10 and 6.
Okay, so 5, 3, so 8, cool.
I'm just wondering. Oh no, he's so bloody good at it.
Alright, you take a few more chunks out of him.
Yeah.
you're doing pretty well actually. This fight. You may survive. Eat these people. Very fast.
Look, what are you going to do with me? It's not like you're vegetarian, are you?
Well, they need greens,
They need... Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm green.
Right. Is that you done?
I don't really have much else I can do. I suppose
Are
the
you
other
done?
thing I could do... Yeah, I'm done. I was like, do I try a disarming strike? But it's a strength test, and I think he might pass
They're
that.
kind of good at strength.
They're kind of good at strength.
They are big boys.
They're big boys.
Yeah. I like.
Itty bitty boys.
Yes, I am done. Sorry.
Oh, okay, great. Just keep me waiting for nothing. All right,
Sorry,
Habavis
sorry,
first.
sorry.
Death saving throw.
Oh, I keep forgetting I don't roll.
Right.
I made a joke about how someone might die this session in all like the publicity posts I was doing. I did not mean it as literally as this.
Oh, sugar.
My plan is to kill off a party member each session as a protest against Tory, austerity cuts and its influences on.
You know what? I
And then
respect
he'll
that.
listen.
And
Benefits.
you should, to be
Boris
fair,
is a big fan of
He
the
is.
podcast.
shouldn't you start with the guy who definitely did history at university?
Oh, that's you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The plant.
The plant boy.
He's got to go.
Oh, right. You mean the character? Sorry.
No, not me. I didn't do history at university.
I was like,
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
You're a what?
How dare you? Get away from this table.
Dropped out of university.
Right. Okay. At this point, it's the end of the round, and a voice rings out across the clearing.
Oh no.
Let me just look at what it says. They don't shout, but they speak with a kind of
Raised.
indisputable authority. That does suddenly bring a certain stillness to the air. I should stop doing these things near the mic. Just, Gron, enough. You do hear the gentle sound of rain as a female goatfolk, older than most, emerges from the group. You see the silhouettes of those of you who are conscious. See the silhouettes of handprints painted across her fur in red and white, and she carries a staff which is making the sound of rain as it moves.
Oh wow.
And embedded in its tip is some kind of pointed orb of silver. Gron, named this person you've been fighting, who's kind of bleeding and breathing heavily, kind of looks at you, dilated pupils, until this staff just kind of comes over and waves across his face and just...
I thought it was going to be just...
No, clashes against a stone and kind of rings out slightly in the clearing. And although it doesn't immediately placate him, you see this goatfolk Gron kind of begrudgingly kind of picks himself up and begins to
I was
slink back.
starting to quite enjoy that.
Does that mean?
Oh God!
Does that mean while I've been
Can
running up
sorry,
there?
if we've got to if this constitutes a round, can the dog just walk up and cure wounds?
That's all right, because this elder reaches up and kind of puts just a big hand over her baby's head, kind of just shakes it.
She snaps my neck.
No, not quite. You regain that's 7 hit points as your head is kind of shaken. They go, wake up.
Okay.
Let's bust yourself back up. Let's switch to slightly calmer music.
Been saved by a plot device.
No, the whole point is just to test your strength. But yeah. You probably could have beaten this alone, Goatfolk.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely could have.
Definitely. I mean, I think just
Yeah, with
purely
your
because
dice
we
rolls,
did
actually.
with my dice rolls and the fact that I've got resistance, I might have managed it.
She kind of pauses for a moment and then speaks. Or were you still running up that hill?
Yeah, I was gonna
She just catches you and puts you down.
Steph just still just like.
That's your government. Steph kind of picks his, shakes himself and looks fine.
Just good eating.
Blows the blood out of his nose. We are not here to kill you.
Well, that's a relief.
To us, you are gone, spirited, which means we cannot eat you yet.
Don't like the yet.
Okay. Have you gone Australian?
No.
Don't like the yet.
I was knocked unconscious and I came back from that.
You can't eat us yet.
Yet.
Because we're still...
Spirited. Protected by spirits.
I was protected by a sword.
I don't think it's a good idea to...
She looks down at your sword, which you can kind of like pick her teeth with. Yeah, and she's effectively double your height, so she's like look down at the child and be like, yeah. Come, our elder has seen you in visions and wishes to speak with you.
Oh.
Is your elder's name
Hector
Moonspear?
No, who is that? They are not protected. I will eat them.
Okay.
I just want whatever the first piece of fan art we get to be whatever we can imagine Hector Moonspear.
Yes,
to look
please.
like.
Here we
No one
go.
fancies it.
Let's go see him. What's his name?
She just kind of turns away and begins to
Alright.
walk
Be a
through.
woman.
And the goatfolk around begin to kind of slightly disappear into trees and move with them.
Oh, he said.
I'll just sort of like scoop up Herbaceous and just be like,
You do notice as some go past, they do kind of like look at you quite hungrily.
Yeah, but we're protected by the spirits.
Now I feel like the hobbits
we're
around
gone.
above us.
Nom nom nom.
gom. No nom nom the gom gom.
Going, gom. We've made that joke, haven't we?
We'll call this episode Gone with the Wind.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, do you begin to move with them? Stev is kind of like nervously like staying.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah, let's go.
someone with an arrow ready.
I'll try to affect what air of confidence that a plant can. I'll puff out my vines.
I'm kind of a Steb. I don't really want to
do
go
you
with
hulk
them.
out like they just grow to double the size?
I'm like a bird, really. I'm just sort
Sure.
I go with
yeah, I'll go
Mr.
with
Tumbleheart.
Sure. Gron, the one you've been fighting, kind of swinging back, kind of looks toward you, kind of spits blood on the ground. Fit to be gone.
We can try again if you like.
He just kind of walks away. Some of them coming up behind you kind of do. They kind of very purposely don't check their space. Like their arms just kind of swing past you threateningly.
I'm just gonna like be moving my vines as dexterously as possible, so like you know, as they try to bump into me, half my body just goes like that. I'm just wibbly wobbling my way forward.
So there's perhaps an opportunity to try to escape here, or are you going with them, or doing something else? I mean, you could just be like, well, and just die. It's your world.
That'd be good.
Play as you like.
Well then.
Does it look like we have any choice, really?
I
So they're-
trust Yergoth, and Yergoth told us to.
They've begun to move away, so the amount of them near you is decreasing.
I'll
Are we
some of them
walking? Are we
kind of
walking
behind
with them?
I'll
Well, you kind of this is kind of what I'm asking. Like,
I'm with Mr. Tumble, Mr. Tumbleheart.
Mr. Tumble. Yeah, I think I am moving with them.
Me too.
Herbaceous, we've got to trust in it. If they wanted to kill us, they would have. But not quite.
They brought you back, mate.
No,
They brought you.
they
bloody
brought you back. With one hand giveth, with one hand taketh away.
I kind of look at Steph like.
what would Steph say here?
We know exactly what he'd say.
No,
We.
it's not good for us to make references outside of the stream.
But it's already. It's in the stream now. We made it.
Okay, fine. He looks to all of you in turn and goes, "Might be good eating there," and then that's it. His awful catchphrase, "You fools." I should have smushed someone.
It's a catchphrase that happened when
Should have killed him.
Harry, who plays Steph, wasn't even there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, hilarious.
Sure. Do you want to know how well you did against
Yeah.
against Gone? Yeah. Well, you took off 2/3 of his hit points, so good for you.
Good team.
Could have taken him.
Yeah, you probably could, given your resistance to bludgeoning damage. I mean, he does slashing damage with his hooked fingernails. But,
Who doesn't?
anyway,
Snap.
you begin to walk. You're not quite sure how far you're travelling. Is there anything you're saying to each other, or do you kind of travel in silence? I mean, you're kind of keeping yourselves clustered together in your nervousness. You can you catch these glimpses of fur moving around you, and they're clearly kind of keeping some level of perimeter around you, but they're giving you space as well. But you can really just quite easily follow them, just these kinds of
Oh, can I sort of
undergrowth.
sidle up to, or sidle near to Gron?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. looking for the most blood-soaked. 12.
12. I mean, these fleshlings all look the same.
Yeah. Which one? Which one of you's Gron? Gron, is he like the village champion or something?
So as you're kind of shouting this out, you know, one of them will turn to you, who's not Gron, and go, quiet.
Could I just put a hand on Tumbleheart?
You just close his front.
Yeah. You can't actually, because only the top opens. You could just essentially just go.
I do that.
Okay. Tababus or Steph doing anything?
I'm really shook.
Her baby shooketh. She's died twice.
In 2 days. And I'm the only one with the immortality potion I haven't told anyone about. I really need to...
Every time you nearly die,
Yeah.
you tell us that you haven't told anyone about this.
And I'm not going to, but...
You're right, Hababus. Steph says, you look like you know about some potion or something.
I thought that was a really weird goat person.
No, sorry. It's the little midget goes like, ooh, hello.
Hello, it's me.
Hey, it's me. Don't mind my friend Gron, he's just a bit crotchety today. No.
And it's canon. Just like that, it's canon.
I imagine he's like
Good eating on that potion there. No.
I want to say
drinking.
instead,
good drinking.
keep an eye out if you think things are about to go south, than they already are.
I mean, his eyes are like fully open. Yeah, I mean, he's constantly like. But yeah, given his 18 perception, he hears everything.
Yeah. Give me a heads up if you think things are gonna...
You think we should try to run away or something?
We can't leave these two, and they would kill us.
Could leave these two.
We could not leave these two.
Shut up.
Okay. Right. Gotta stop doing that.
I'll buy
Testing.
you a
Sound check.
Sorry.
It's just always right next to the mic.
I know. It's just such a bad habit. Okay.
Some poor devil is listening with their headphones like a full whack.
Yeah. Right. I'm not gonna metagame at all through Steph. That's what I've decided.
Oh no, what does that mean? They're gonna bloody kill us.
So,
Everyone's got
Oh
a
wait,
kind
kind
of-
do any of us know anything about Goatfolk culture?
give me I want to say religion or history, whichever you prefer.
I'll take history, please. 18.
18. I mean, you know about Goatfolk from essentially the other side, right? You know other people's perceptions and ideas about Goatfolk. They're considered kind of one of the legendary dangers of the Cud jungle, and kind of the apex tribe. They're not the mightiest predators, but as a group, they kind of are. No, there are solitary hunting creatures that are considered worse than Goatfolk.
Do I know anything specifically about their fortune teller people? I forgot what you said.
I mean, you know that there are shamans amongst all the not every tribe will have a shaman, but there are shamans amongst all the peoples of Cud. So it would stand to reason that Goatfolk would have their own people, capable of magic.
Did I learn anything about Goatfolk culture through?
No, Yurgoth was. If you ever quizzed her, would have been absolutely
Stum. Okay.
not say anything. You may have sensed a degree of violence. She will, if you press her, she might just kill you if you keep asking.
She'll just kill you.
She's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you may recall that it is Yurgoth who pointed you towards Moonspear.
Yeah.
You're not sure what's up with that, so far as you're aware. She's a pariah to her own people. But yeah.
Would I have come into contact with any of them?
You've never encountered a Goatfolk before in your life.
Okay, cool.
This is probably the first time you've ever been actually into Cud, the jungle. You've mainly been in the mountains in the He Steppe,
Apart from
south of Cud.
Apart from when
Yeah.
Lucky found me. Okay.
Backstory. So, eventually you keep going and kind of you come to a point where the Goatfolk around you have thinned out, and you see kind of in front of you this one with this staff, this elder. older Goatfolk is kind of waiting, looking back towards you as you approach, and you can see beyond her there is a clearing that these Goatfolk are kind of all pouring into. Getting them now, you can think there's maybe about 15 of them in total.
We could do that.
So, assuming you still approach, she will just say,
Yeah.
"This is Orogurg. Should be respected." As she walks out, and you see into this place what first appears an inconspicuous clearing upon stonier ground. Instead reveals itself as an increasingly spiritual place as you inspect it by the flickering firelight of some of the Goatfolk torches that are around. But they don't use many of them. You see gouges within the older trees encircling this clearing form these crude runic symbols, and you note that this particular Goatfolk tribe you're with deliberately, you think, seat themselves beneath particular symbology. And you can see just beyond the clearing this great black shape, easily over 20 feet high, looms over this place, silhouetted against the night sky. Vine-choked, under pale starlight you can catch the faintest glimmer of chrome under that verdant shore.
Is it covered in kelp?
No, it's just fine, creeping vines, that kind of thing, have climbed onto it, essentially.
See?
Perhaps you may not sense this, of course, being able to, you're not unable to see. It's maybe a little bit beyond your perception.
Okay.
You can maybe pick up there's a large shape there, but...
May I do a little detect technology? I mean, I don't understand any of it, but you know, I'll see if anything makes any sense.
What's the range on detect technology?
It's a good question. 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
Are we're not up to it
again,
yet.
this this geometric yellow kind of grid scans out, but kind of reaches the edge of the clearing and doesn't go far enough to quite get to it.
Okay, great.
This older female Goatfolk with you now puts a hand over her chest and goes, "I am Yerg. Come. We will speak with the elder."
So when she said this is Orogurg,
Yeah.
was she referring to the place or the?
You don't
the
know,
elder?
but you think you can't really tell. A few words you think perhaps the Goatfolk would
Okay. And she called herself Yerg.
She called herself Yerg.
Nice. Also, motion to name the dragon Hector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like this mascot.
Excuse you. I'm gonna lose a fucking follower.
Fair enough. Okay. Are you trying to do anything while in Orogurg, or are you?
I would. So there was quite clearly an elder, or.
So she says, "Come, the elder will speak with you." She is older than most here, but if she's saying elder, then certainly there's someone older than them.
Wow.
I will go with her.
I will join.
What are we doing? Steph says.
Does she look like she's going inside a place or just further?
She's kind of walking to just beyond the clearing, you think, on the other side.
Near the chrome. tin.
Not quite. Basically, this mass, that direction, she's kind of going slightly off to the side.
I want to find out what that is.
Okay, I want to take Steph by the shoulders.
Sorry?
I want to take Steph by the shoulders and whisper in
I've still
his
got
little
my
ears.
So you put both hands on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Wait, you come up behind him and whisper in his ears, or front and whisper in his ears?
Him.
Okay, cool, right.
I'm not seducing the guy.
It's gonna be okay.
You can't seduce
Oh, we
from
should
the
have
front.
a. We should have.
No, not with his face.
Okay,
Whilst
so you
he's
turn
not
to him.
there, we should.
You turn to him. Put your hands
The
on his shoulder.
Romeo Juliet.
And I want to be like, I have something that can get us out of here if we need to. But it's a last resort. If you think we need it, you let me know, okay?
Running.
No, better than running.
Better than running.
But it's a last resort.
He kind of goes.
And then I go, presumably better.
Okay.
Better than running.
Jumping. Swimming.
Good eating.
Good eating. So, you follow Jörg. One
Yerg we do.
second. Yerg we do. So, let me just get this new music going.
Does Yerg live in a yurt?
She does not. Although some of them do have yurts here. You see stretched frog skin over these things have been set up, but most of them are just in the open, warm.
What's their favourite food? Yogurt.
Oh god.
Nice.
So-
I'll try to work out one for that as well.
Yerg leads you to a small clearing nearby, where an ancient Goatfolk sits cross-legged for a snail shell cauldron set over a fire pit.
How big's the snail shell?
It's about the size of a torso.
Ew.
Age has greyed his fur, chipped his horns, and withered the burly physique of a Goatfolk into a more spindly form. His sunken eyes are lost under a heavy brow, and uncut hair coupled with a receding flesh to give him a lengthy beard. I mean, Sam kind of preempted this, but in the text, the snail shell is about the size of your torso, and stirred by the heat of embers below. Within a thick brown substance undulates softly. Sorry, there is a scream at the start of this song, but it's good.
I thought that was him. I thought that was...
We just arrived.
I don't think anyone else can hear the music on the stream, unfortunately. But yeah.
That's a joke, 'cause
So,
this is the elder.
let's get going.
Yeah.
As you seat yourself in a circle around the venerable Goatfolk, he raises one gnarled hand holding a stone slate, topped with an assortment of crude reagents, which he pours into the brown slop. Soon after, he grunts and raps the snail shell with a crooked knuckle. Although the embers do not suddenly exude greater heat, the brown substance begins to bubble and spit. A large spoon of wood is produced, with which this sludge is placed into a clay bowl, which is then handed to you, Hababus. And although the sage does not speak, the instruction is clear. Drink and pass on.
We like to drink
I
with
give
the
it a
babes.
surreptitious sniff before
And
I
when we drink with the
it.
babies, she gets it down in 8.
Okay.
Drink and pass on, so
Yeah.
don't drink the whole thing.
So you know those water rituals where
Yes.
it's like there's a respectful amount to drink?
Yeah.
I drink less than that.
Okay.
And then pass
You
For
on.
take a
ease-
sip. It's acrid, but sure.
For ease of the stream,
Yes.
am I stood next to her baby?
Yes.
Or okay?
I just passed it and you dropped it.
Well, because I wasn't sure where I was. It's delicious.
I presume that.
I
Pour a little
open
bit
it.
into my urn.
Immediately it's like, whoa. But you don't even have eyes to go whoa with.
Yeah.
Sev drinks,
You
and the
start
dog kind
talking
of
with the
sniffs and just kind of starts going to sleep.
Great, man.
So, you down the acrid, bubbling liquid, scalding your tongue, and wait for something to happen. Soon after everyone is drunk, your vision begins to distort, and a feeling of nausea slowly grows in your gut. Colours sharpen and shadows lengthen, and the ground you sit upon, once solid, begins to flow like a river.
Are they getting rid of our souls?
I think we're just on an acid trip.
Increasingly queasy, at
Him.
some point you clench your eyes shut to focus yourself, or you recede your senses, and when you open them again, you see yourself from outside yourself.
Oh no.
It is strange to gaze upon your own back, but any sense of alarm you had slowly fades, and you watch your body gently slump forwards as it sinks deeper into its slumber.
They've taken our souls out of our bodies. We're gonna
We're no longer
die.
For a
Our
time,
souls are gone.
Seb, for a time, you do nothing but gaze without eyes as the night progresses around this circle of sleepers. At some point in the night, the elder and dog awake, both slowly rising before the hobbling elder departs from the circle, dog following in his footsteps shortly after. Eventually, night turns to day, and the Goatfolk tribe retrieve the snail shell and scatter the ashes. But you stay sleeping.
Oh
Eventually, fauna wander through the camp, picking at scraps left behind, seemingly oblivious to you. Still, you stay sleeping, and days and nights begin to pass with you trapped in this slumber. Starved of food and drink in your comatose state, you eventually die.
What?
Peacefully, and your bodies rot and become one with the soil. Soon, the forest around you dies too, fading away to leave an infinite wasteland of cracked earth. An unknowable stretch of time passes as you watch over this arid landscape, until a strange white powder begins to fall from the sky to cloak the land. Stev knows this as snow. Soon, no spot of brown earth remains, and you now take vigil over this plain of perfect white. A black shape in the sky begins to become apparent as the falling powder abates, a great 12-pointed star of pitch black, elemental in its simplicity of its geometry. It looms over you. And you watch over this stark landscape of black and white for an eternity. Until the cry of agony rings out in the distance and arrows begin to fall from the star. First as a trickle, soon they pour from that abyss in a torrential downpour, and where they pierce the snow, it turns red, stained with blood. Once the entire landscape has become a field, sprouting grass of arrow shafts, the arrows stop, and a great white serpent slithers from the void of this 12-pointed star. As it begins to carve a course through this field of blood, snow, and arrows, the snow melts away and the arrow shafts grow and bloom to become again the tangled greenery of cud. In a jungle clearing, this great serpent spies a peculiar field mouse with a third eye splitting its brow. Encircling this timid creature in a wall of white scales, the serpent raises its head as if to strike, but instead reaches into the night sky and from the black between the stars plucks a triangular prism of black glass, which it places on the mouse's brow, and from where it is placed, a terrible sickness begins to spread of perfect black. The serpent unfurls its encircling coil around the mouse, and with its snout, pushes the mouse into the jungle. As the creature takes tentative steps, where its paws fall, the black sickness spreads into the floor of the jungle. Soon, great swathes of the jungle have turned to a black, rotting mass, and cries of agony permeate through the snapping trees. Animals burst from the undergrowth, fleeing this spreading blight that sickens the land, and you watch as a boar and a giant ant in particular become mired in the ooze, and the corruption spreads over their form, melting the flesh from their bones while they flounder in agony. The putrefied earth liquefies and rises as a great black tide, sinking the world, and then your vision. Staring into that perfect abyss, all that remains to perceive are fading cries, until there is silence. And within that darkness, you open your eyes again, and are back in the jungle. Beyond the entwined branches above, the sky's blue softens with daybreak. Tetsu, you're the first to awake. You open your eyes, and you are with the party, but no one else. The dog is still there, but the elder has left.
Okay. Whew, that was amazing, by the way. That was brilliant.
That was really cool.
I need a drink.
Lubricate those vocal folds.
That's why we did it.
That's why we did it.
I don't actually know any, but
Do re mi fa so. That's it. That was
3 years.
3 years of training. Do re mi fa so la 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 la.
Okay, who am I next to? I'm next to
Bayless and Tumbleheart, the two between you, steps across, dog next to them.
So dog's awake.
Dog appears to be sleeping.
Oh, dog's sleeping.
Slight movement of the ears, though. Perhaps they're, just kind of, just transitioning to awake.
Okay, I'm gonna let them sleep for a while. Well, I'm gonna poke my head outside and see if.
Sure. So you're just in a kind of a small gap in the ground, but getting up, looking around.
Everyone's gone.
You can't see any goatfolk kind of looking through. I mean, it's hard to see, but trying to get a glance into Orogurg, you can't see anyone there. You don't smell smoke on the breeze. You don't hear the sounds of movement particularly.
Just say Josh Rogers just said that was beautiful.
Thank you, Josh Rogers.
Lovely Josh Rogers.
Lovely Josh Rogers. Is the chrome thing still there?
That giant shape in the night hasn't moved. Looking over, I mean, you can't. Given that it's now illuminated, there's no in the light of kind of a rising sun. You can't quite see perhaps that kind of chrome you saw last night. Now you just see kind of this tangled rise of vines over some large shape.
Okay, I'd like to head towards it.
Sure. You depart from the going. Do you go through Orogurg or are you going round?
The Orogurg's just the clearing.
So essentially, you're in a small opening.
Yeah.
There's Orogurg, and then there's the large shape.
Yeah.
So Orogurg is nearby, but you're not in it.
Okay, I'll go through.
Sure. So going through, you see that it appears the Goatfolk have departed.
Okay. Brave of me. I'm shit scared.
So you head towards this thing. You get closer and closer, and you come to what you first think is perhaps just a cave mouth opening in the side of this large shape, and you see Yerg sitting there, just on a boulder nearby, expectantly. She kind of looks towards you.
Hi. That was madness.
You've been shown the future and past, I'm told.
And some.
That is good. Now you can truly be present.
Oh.
Wow.
Sorry.
As an actor, that really speaks. Wow, if only it were that simple.
So, I will say at this point, sorry, it's narrative. In the light of day, without the tree line between you and it, you see the object more clearly now. Or perhaps corpse is more accurate. What lies beneath this tangle of vines is a bust of gargantuan size. Rust, vine, and time have flayed the skin from this wonder, but like the human skull, even stripped of flesh, the form of a head is unmistakable. Dead eyes of chrome and amber gaze over the jungle with a lopsided stare, and the mouth gapes open, with its lower lip buried beneath the soil, as if this thing uttered a great gasp in its dying breath. Lucky spoke of these ancient machines crafted by the Eaters to serve their will and tend their kingdom. Anyway, you're speaking with Yorgoth. She just sits there.
Why us?
It is not our place to say.
Sorry, Jörg or Yorgoth?
Jörg, sorry.
Okay. I lift up my little chrome eye and not chrome eye, sorry. It's chrome hand and just detect technology, please.
Sure.
The-
So you again,
The big boy.
this thing spreads out, and you see this geometry crawl over the thing, outlining it in your vision, and you see again these symbols begin to form next to it. As before, you are, only an initiate.
Yeah.
Lucky didn't have a chance to teach you much. You can understand some things. I mean, what occurred to you is this thing is
Definitely technology.
no,
It's
there's more than
detected.
that. There's technology, but also that this thing is dead. It does not perceive. But scanning over it, it does. You do see kind of thin lines form kind of in the air and into this thing's mouth. And as if you're seeing through the ground, you kind of see this silhouette of this thing extend downwards. The lines fade the deeper it goes, but you can see the impression of shoulders and perhaps the start of arms and a torso, and around perhaps where the heart would be, a kind of boop, boop, point dings.
Okay. Well, do you know what we do next?
You saying that to Jörg?
Yeah. It's just you. Yeah.
How close are you to this thing?
I'd say there's some distance between us, but what to the skull?
Yeah.
Or well, I'm within 30 feet.
Okay. So you're still a ways from it. Okay.
Yeah.
She just kind of looks to you and ponders your question for a second. It is not my place to know.
Okay.
I was merely shown that you would be here.
Okay.
Is it true what they say of your mountain people, that your skin is blue because of the sky?
Yes. Is it?
It's up to you.
It is indeed.
I have not eaten the sky before. Should you wish to die, return here. I will consume you and take your auspice. And she kind of picks herself up and begins to just walk away.
All right. I'm gonna head back to the. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna head back and see if the others have woke.
Okay. So you've got this ding inside of it. It does. So just so your technology is like. How should I put this? Your detect technology is detecting technology that is further than just the kind of the existence of this machine, I shall say.
But how
You're free to head back. I want to elaborate. Just in case, like you're picking up kind of
more?
something is telling you there's something interior to this machine.
Okay. How far down does it seem?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay. I'm gonna check it out.
Sure. So.
Yep. I'm scared too.
So you begin to approach the kind of cavernous mouth of this thing. It's dark
I'm
inside.
imagining Aladdin.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
A diamond.
As you approach this thing, and you kind of maybe perhaps put your hands to the side of this thing's kind of almost marionette-like mouth, can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Rub Hector's head for luck.
Wisdom. Yeah. Beg your pardon?
It's not even visible on stream.
19.
Well, there you go.
19. Okay. So, although Yurgoth appears to have departed, you do briefly hear the sound of that rain stick again. And it's not words spoken in your mind, it's more an impression. But you get kind of the suggestion, step forth. You're free to ignore it if you want, but...
No, you know, he's... I need to carry on Lucky's teachings.
Sure.
So, yeah, I'm stepping forth.
Okay, so...
She's going to fucking eat me.
Do you light up or anything? Because you're looking into darkness right now.
Yeah, I'll get my...
light up. Yeah, sorry.
I get my glow sphere out.
Okay, you grasp this orb and it illuminates. You can see before you use this thing, kind of the decaying of this thing has kind of essentially gouged a throat into it. There is a fairly sharp hole in the centre, only a few feet in front of you, going into the mouth. Kind of soil slopes down into it like a gullet, and kind of vines slightly climb down the throat as well, which you can find and kind of take purchase of and slowly
descend
into this thing. So only thin bits of light are coming in here, but with the illumination of your glow sphere, you clamber down into the kind of petrified stomach of this thing. You come to rest in kind of something of a cylindrical basin, kind of a small collection of dirt and vines that have climbed in here, but not found much life. Forms a kind of quite crooked, uncomfortable floor to this thing, and you can see inside the artifacts of the eaters. You see these strange panels of black glass, and well, you wouldn't know what glass is, but amber, and dials and other things you can't explain. These rods protrude into the room. Most of them have kind of cracked away, but some of them stick there. And you can see in the far side some of the chrome plates fallen away from this place and forms a kind of upwards gap you could perhaps slip into. And you can see coming out of your technology is kind of, you see this line coming up and heading up it.
Let's slip in.
Sure. So you climb inside. It's very snug. I mean, you're basically going down a tube that's not much wider than you are into this thing. Eventually, you come to rest, and this your detect technology, the ding it's coming to, reaches a point where it stops being just a kind of pinging symbol, and instead outlines some shape. You can't quite see it. There are things in the way of it. Again, these black panels and so on. But there's some kind of cylinder inside this thing, and as you get close, you see that several veins from this thing extend into the panels around you and down a series of wires with sockets that do spool out from the sides of one of these central large black panels. As these veins spread out and illuminate, what this tells you is that this is still a functional, there's still some power here. The trap lightning of the Eaters still has some presence here, and perhaps there's some use to this part of the machine.
Okay. So I can't access it. Well, I could.
You can try.
I'm gonna access it. Yeah. Okay. Good bloody lord. Can I use lightning pull?
Doesn't quite work that way. You can't have things in the way in between you and the thing you're lightning pulling.
Okay, fair. Is it because is it amber in the way or black?
So
panels?
it's black glass. It's black. There are several screens of black glass around you, as well as these protruding kind of saying male wire heads is just so bad, but I'm not quite sure. You know, things that can plug into things. Wiring, you understand.
Yeah.
And as before, other dials and instruments that are beyond your comprehension.
Okay. And looking around, can I see anything like any way of accessing it?
Yeah, I mean, there's ports you can plug into things and so on if you want to try. You have the wiring on your person.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'll plug in, and we'll see what happens.
Sure. So what is it you're doing? Are you taking your lightning cell and trying to?
Yeah, just taking lightning cell, plug it in, see what
Okay.
happens.
Take the lightning cell, you add these wires Lucky gave to you, and you plug into the thing, and then there's a short shock in your hand of static electricity as your lightning cell and
Oh, I've broken it.
has its power siphoned from it all in one go. With your technology still, you see a kind of a pulse, almost like a heartbeat, single, solitary. This thing has not come back to life.
Yeah.
But some power pulses through this part you're detecting into the veins you see illuminated through the technology, and there's a brief kind of flickering of symbols beginning to come down on this central piece of black glass.
Do I recognise any of these symbols?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay, I will.
This is spooky.
Shit. 8.
8. Okay. Not much particularly stands out to you.
Okay.
Although perhaps, you know, with waking from a dream, you begin to forget it fairly quickly. But certain recognised symbols may come out to you, and you do find your vision alighting on this screen to a rotating image of a triangular prism, just turning in the corner, and you see kind of symbols begin to spool out around this thing. Best you can make is this machine wants to connect to something.
Okay. To me.
Stick your finger in the plug socket.
So I will say your chrome hand doesn't have any sockets in it.
Yeah,
so far as
okay,
you're
yeah,
aware.
It's for the... Okay. Is there anything else I can do here?
Well, you've got stuff.
I have got stuff. Anything with my hexagonal medallion that seems that I could...
Up to you. So aside from the stuff that's listed in your spells, you also have the hexagonal medallion,
Yeah.
that strange black hemisphere,
Yeah.
and the chrome bowl with the needle in it and the ports in the back.
Oh, yeah. No, I forgot
You should
about
write that stuff down, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it is written down.
Oh, cool.
I've
Okay,
got them.
cool.
But because that's in my satchel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get the bowl with the. Well, I'll get those 3 things out and have a look and see
Sure.
whether or not.
So
any
the
of them
chrome bowl
fit.
does have ports on the back that you think could connect to these wires. The hemisphere does not.
Okay.
It is perfect in shape, although you can, again, as I say, in what illumination there is, you can see these silver lines, the angular lines running through it, but there's nothing to plug into directly.
Okay.
Same for the hexagonal medallion.
Nothing to. Well, then let's try. What was the first one you said was?
It's the chrome bowl.
Chrome.
It's a chrome bowl, and there's a very thin needle
Yeah.
rising in it, and on the back a series of holes,
Right.
basically. Do you want to give me an Arcana check then?
Another
See how
one.
badly you bugger this one up.
Have I ruined my lightning cell?
You think maybe it might have been drained of all of its power.
Okay.
I mean, it will regain power every time it recharges.
Yeah. Shit.
It's more better
9.
than last time.
9.
You still have inspiration, don't you? Or
Oh,
do
I
you use that?
No, I still have inspiration. Can I re-roll?
No, inspiration is. Oh, well, so okay. So there's inspiration from me as a DM,
Yes,
which
I
is spent to reroll. Oh, you can reroll with that, or actually no. Sorry,
He doesn't have bardic
your
anymore.
bardic inspiration ends after 10 minutes.
I think I used it as well.
Okay.
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 Is 9 good enough, or should I? Yeah, I'll re-roll. I give my inspiration up.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Natural one.
Ha!
20.
Nat 20.
Not nat 20.
That's still pretty good. Okay, so you don't even have to intuit by just going like, maybe this one goes in that pod. You can kind of just looking at that, you begin to form a kind of flow, and you recognise which of these extending wires around you, almost like kind of the vines that sported this place into the stomach, now kind of have a artifact-like equivalent spooling around you, the heart of this machine. You begin to plug these things in, and as you finally put the last one in, there is a zzz, and this whole thing begins to vroom, 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 come alive as some of these black screens begin to illuminate and information begins to run along all of them. Let me just quickly read this. Also projected into the air, zoom, zoom, around you begin to spool larger symbols of this language, hieroglyphica, that Lucky had very little chance to teach you, but you get the sense that this is activating something that has some level of detection to it. And you see in the chrome bowl a shimmering, ethereal yellow begins to form at the surface of it, almost as if it had filled up with a ghostly liquid or something, which begins to slowly, kind of with pulses, take more and more defined shape as you begin to see a ghostly rendition of the jungle around you. You can see, although tiny, the bust of this strange giant golem you're within, and the trees around it, the rising and falling of hills. You see again this triangular prism becomes a center focus of the largest screen in front of you. And although you can't, again, interpret the symbols as well as Lucky could, you can at least tell there is some focus and a notion of threat from this object. And as the bowl becomes more defined, a thin line, bright, begins to be carved into it, and you see, coming from where you are inside this thing, it courses a path through the jungle up to an Eater ruin. Okay. You would guess perhaps a few miles away on a rising kind of cliffside of earth. And as you inspect this, you see an additional screen comes up beside you, which slowly draws the outline of a person. It does appear to be the Esper you fought previously. Although they are closed, you can still make out the general impression of their head. You think this is the Esper you fought previously.
Okay. Do I find any of this mildly triggering? in terms of what you know, is there anything?
I don't think it quite correlates to that.
Great.
Backstory. So I would say no. Yeah. Cheers.
Okay. Great. All right. I've got all I need. I'm unplugging.
Okay. As you unplug and this thing and these symbols begin to recede and this thing around you begins to die again, a small panel comes open and appears to be a swiveling little ball inside, which, looking to a thin beam of light, fires straight into your opal eye. Oh. Your head hurts terribly for a second before information is streamed directly into your brain.
Thank you very much.
And you suddenly understand the basic functions of this chrome bowl you have, or should I say astral oscilloscope. You can kind of tell, you get the impression, which comes in the form of like a headache coming from the back of the head. There's been kind of essentially lumps of data that just doesn't fit into your brain, which have kind of just been stuck at the back, but you get the general functionality of this object.
Excellent. Shall I read it to the group, or shall I just...
If you want to, yeah.
Okay, yes, it's a plain bowl of chrome containing a fine needle at its centre, we know that. If I have the tech spellcasting feature, which I can do the following feature, and I do. Detect psychic power. Ooh. You can now use your action to expend a 4th level spell slot and to know the location and route to the creature with the highest level psychic spellcasting spell slot within 5 miles. That's cool.
And convenient.
I need to get 4th...
You may recall that the Lucky specifically picked this out.
Yes. I need to get 4th level spell slots. But yeah. And then
so as you unplug this thing, I would say the ghostly image onto it does not fade immediately as you unplug. It's stayed there.
It's you said it was like etched in, didn't you? Or will it recede?
No, so within the ghostly image, a bright light is forming a path.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, right. Yeah. Then we need to get out as quickly as possible. Do we have it? Does anyone have any right? I'll ask them when I get there.
You're on your own. I'm just in the sleep. It's flashing.
What's flashing?
Did that last time.
Oh yeah, I did it last time. It's come back up.
Oh gosh. Okay. Hopefully the stream's okay.
I think so. Hang on, let me double check the chat.
Sorry, we're just going to quickly check because the screen flashed, so we're not sure if the...
Can someone comment and say if they can still see us?
Please.
Please. Please.
Stream's fine.
Great. Good to hear. Thank you very much, everyone.
Lovely to tell your mother.
Right. What is Tetsu doing?
Okay, we're going back. We're going back up, climbing away, putting my stuff away,
Sure.
and we're climbing up the throat of the monster golem thing.
Yeah. Okay. You emerge on this thing. Jörg is not there. You return to the group as they begin to wake from their slumber. So the rest of you, of course, it's been a little while for Tetsu, but you're more or less gathering yourselves, having come out of this kind of worrying and profound vision. You know, slightly shug off, you know, the last flickers of ego death, and you become fully lucid. What are you doing?
Well, I just saw myself age and die. So
I
looked
saw
down.
that too.
I'm not speaking out loud.
He's eating
It's
a
in my
frog.
little head.
It's good eating.
He just starts having another trip from the hallucinogenics of the frog.
Here we go again.
Guys, yeah, you've seen the past and the future, and now you're present.
Yeah.
Look in the bowl.
What about the bottle?
Can they see what's in the bowl?
They can see what's in the bowl.
Does anybody have a map or any topography skills? Liam.
Steph, right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was like, under the M, I'm not here. Fancy that.
I don't know. Oh, hello. I don't know how long this is going to stay here, but I think I know where the Esper is.
What?
Right, okay.
Then
And
we
he
better
takes
get
it and kind
going.
of moves around with it. Oh, it's in that direction then, isn't it?
Okay, so you... Okay, right.
What?
I think the Esper is that way.
Okay.
How do you know that?
And also, do we count as having had a long rest?
Yes, we do.
Thank
We died for like a million years.
Yeah,
I think we're...
like a million years have passed since you last rested. So
That's
you know.
true, yeah.
So we still have all our water.
Bash and search back.
Look, I went into the... I spoke to Jörg?
Yeah.
Spoke to Jörg, and I've been in the mouth of that big chrome creature.
What?
Big boulder in it.
Yeah, I've been in the mouth of the big boulder. Okay.
Okay.
Plugged myself into something.
Huh?
You know, as a creature without eyes, it'd be nice if you could all keep me up to date on these things that you see in the distance.
Sorry, mate. It's difficult. It's. But I'm trying, and
not
that's
easy
what's
being
important.
green.
I know. Basically, I put this artifact in there, and it seems to have told me where the Esper is.
Well, then let's go kill ourselves an Esper.
That was like electric guitar music.
Right. Yes. Yeah, you also took Lucky's like electric bass as well.
Exactly. Lucky's electric bass.
Right. Assuming Stev is leading you
Wait,
through
I
the...
wanna hold out like one shaky hand and just be like.
Do you still have those nice hands?
What? You don't know
What?
about
You
that?
don't know about my hands.
No, I know. I'm just asking. I was asking myself, but as
We are singing a
It's
sound.
great
I was
content.
asking as Sam.
You didn't ask that as a
accent.
joke.
Okay.
Yeah. You haven't seen
Okay.
them yet.
Yeah, no.
Shannon,
And neither
what are
has
you
the
doing?
stream. Yeah, okay, shut up.
Spoilers.
He said it.
I thought you said it at the beginning.
No.
Oh,
I don't know what anyone's talking about.
I don't know either.
those nice
Yeah.
hands.
I want to be like,
Well, those are some
I've
nice
almost
hands.
died. I'm wearing gloves. And you don't know what hands are.
And yet he seems to have a lot of knowledge about many characters' hands.
Whose hands?
Mine. Oh, that's a
The
joke.
villain in
Those
Frozen.
things.
It's just,
What's the babe was saying?
All of this
I've
is in
almost
Paris.
died twice in 2 days, and I now just watch myself.
It's been
Fade
at
into
least a
nothing.
week since you were in the Red Canyons.
Shut up, Liam.
It's been at least a week since you were in the Red Canyons.
I didn't want to tell anyone about this, but you know what? I'm not going to tell anyone. Fuck it. Let's
No,
go.
no.
No, we're listening. We're listening.
To everyone's attention. I'm going through a fucking crisis. I know I'm the only girl in the group, guys, but still.
The dog is a girl, isn't it?
No.
Hi, Segura. Yeah.
I didn't. We've never gendered the dog, but now.
Now the dog's gendered. I have a potion. It could bring someone back to life. I was gonna make a speech, but fuck it. Let's just go.
Oh no, make the speech.
No.
Whoa!
No, it sounds like it might be inspiring.
No, I don't want to do the speech. I'm embarrassed now. Just you will now know about.
You
the
have a potion?
You have a speech.
Good speaking.
Steph.
Good speaking here.
I'm sorry, we screwed up your moment.
Everyone knows about the potion. It's all good.
We're
No, but what's
we're
the-
actually being told to stop interrupting Shannon.
Sorry,
Thank you.
sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go.
I really want to hear the speech.
No, it's alright. I'm embarrassed. Let's go.
So just they're like, my God or not?
Huh?
You're gonna make a speech?
No, I did it already in the game. It's fine. Everyone knows about the potion. Let's go.
Yeah, but what potion?
I think you have to take in character, like.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. We were asking about the dog and whether or not it was a girl or not.
We're all following Sam or Steph.
Not me.
No,
Steph's the
Sam.
one.
He's not in the game.
Suddenly, this
Hello!
human appears in front of you and goes,
Immediately just gets eaten by a giant centipede.
like gets eaten by a Steph. Anyway, right, Steph begins to lead you into the jungle. Ooh. Natural 1 on his survival check.
That's not.
What's his modifier?
On survival is +8, and also, sorry, Shannon, you got another. I believe in you. You got this.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
He's got +8.
Okay. Right then. 1 second. Time to roll some dice. Okay. Just 1 second. Right. Can't eat these crisps at the same time. So. Oh. Okay. Well, excuse me. Well, it all works out in the end because Steb starts leading you in almost completely the wrong direction at first, and then starts trying to eat things he shouldn't, but then stops doing it.
That's cool.
A few basically like very low, very high, very low rolls there.
That was like, in comparison to the description you gave earlier, I'm really caught as to which of the two was more poetic.
You begin to wonder. Well, fine, I can do it. I can wax lyrical about it if you want.
No, it's done.
You begin to wander into the
No,
forest.
we interrupted
quickly
Shannon
realising
enough.
that Stev
Yeah,
heads
no,
the wrong
we've-
direction.
Already messed
he,
up once.
He, at some point passing through, goes over to an aloe plant and reaches over and tries to snap a piece off to eat, but quickly lets go as electricity discharges around the snap. Lets go and goes, not good eating that.
We're really getting on mileage out of that one, aren't we?
What?
Getting on mileage
Well,
out
you
of that
keep doing it, so,
I want a catchphrase.
So, after about 10 minutes, the ghostly image in your bowl fades, unfortunately. But Stev manages to get his bearings and leads you think, in the right direction. So, you've been travelling for perhaps a few hours, slow going through the jungle given the uncomfortable nature of the terrain you walk on. But eventually, you can tell you're approaching something because everything around you begins to get a bit more quiet. The insects here are less active. Animals seem to kind of abstain from any of their cries. Frogs stop ribbiting. Guinea pigs stop doing that noise they do.
Can you do that, but then cut off like the guinea pigs do?
What?
Can you give me a rendition of a guinea pig stopping doing that?
It's good. It's good. It's good content.
Quality content.
Yeah, that's what they're here for. Anyway, and as you go, you in particular can sense, and Steph will probably pick up as well, there's a certain wilting that's starting to come to the vegetation here. It's not as profound as it was when you went to Shem in the morning and found the plants there had just kind of died away. But it's hard to place at first, but as you go, you can tell there's you in particular, and Steph can tell a slight greyness to the leaves, more kind of curl. They fall heavier, the tree bark looser. There's a certain deathliness that ever so slightly increases as you continue on your way.
You know what time it is.
Again.
Oh no.
Plug in.
Matrix
Doing
plan,
it again.
Matrix
Doing it
plans,
again.
Matrix
Oh
plans.
god, I hate the plant
I'm
matrix.
going to plug into the plant matrix.
Okay, fine. You park up, you wriggle out your pot, you wriggle into the soil, your roots set in, and you plug in to the great consciousness below. Hey man.
Yeah.
I hate this voice so much.
You're getting more tired every time.
No, this one is particularly tired. Hey, how you doing, brother?
You sound a bit down.
Yeah, I really can. You know?
You want to tell me what happened?
I don't know, man. Like, a few days ago, like, it's really crazy, and then just all the kind of life started leaving from the place.
Do you know where it went?
Yeah, man, it's all heading that way. Kind of pointing the direction you've more or less been heading.
Do you know what's causing it? You've seen an esper.
Don't have eyes, brother. Can't see nothing. Just feel the vibes. Plus, I believe that your feature only gives you the connection to about 10 feet in the area. It's further than 10 feet away, whatever there is they're talking about.
Fair enough.
Just to be uncharacteristically intelligent.
It's funny. The less sort of bro-y they become, the more intelligent they become. There's a direct inverse correlation. Well, I'm very sorry, but I'll try to sort it out. Will you recover?
Well, just living, man. Living and dying.
Oh, that's the truth.
That's the truth. Amen.
Oh God! We found the Jehovah's Witness plants.
Hey, have I spoken to you about our Lord and Savior, plant Jesus?
Please.
Lord Jesus. Please.
Mm. Do you unplug?
I'm going to unplug rapidly.
Okay. Yeah, I will say actually. Hold on. Yeah.
Zip. What does the zip noise?
What's your constitution modifier?
Oh dear. Plus two.
Plus 2. Okay. You take 1 point of necrotic damage plugging in as you do feel this very gentle drawing, almost like a shore receding, pulling the life away from this place, and it does take a little bit out of you.
Oh, well, that
You
wasn't very.
Yeah, I just didn't get rid of my.
Sorry, you were rubbing something out while straining very intently. So like,
I was just interested. Just
1,000 Goatfolk surround you, and they're not so nice this time.
Oh no!
What are you doing?
This guy.
Well, that was unpleasant. A little bit of my life just got leached away.
Are you alright?
You know, I feel like I've got about 44/44 of it left, but apart from that,
That's a very specific number.
well, plants are very specific creatures.
Oh wow.
What's 43?
It's
Shall we
just
keep going?
above lots.
Starts cutting his toes. No. Right.
I say we're going to have to move onwards quickly. It's sucking the life out of this entire place.
Okay.
Okay.
We.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Sorry, Seb keeps checking the stream.
Sorry, I'm trying to do it from further away than normal. So just make
Yeah,
sure it's all
just I'm terrified something's going to go wrong because it'll be my fault. Anyway, you continue on your way. As you get close, this faint kind of draining of the flora here does get slightly worse, and eventually you do begin to see from through the canopy above there is some kind of landmass kind of beginning to slowly loom over you. And eventually you come to this line where the earth has split and a great wall of earth has risen, atop which this grand crumbling ruin of fulcrete and chrome perches like some great aged bird. From your viewpoint below, you can't see the peak of this thing the astroloscope pointed you to, but with the fading greenery and this creeping sensation on the back of your neck makes you think that this is the place. Where the earth has split, an uneven honeycomb of holes has been revealed. With the movements of the earth, great pipes of grey metal beneath the soil have been torn open and wrenched to the surface, creating a number of cave mouths in the cliffside, from which brackish liquid seeps in thin streams. The destination stands above on the cliff top, but how do you approach?
Steph?
What's your strange bowl saying?
It doesn't say anything now.
You make it say it again.
We're nowhere near the big the big thing that I was in. So no, Steph.
The big thing you were in?
Yeah. You know what we were talking about probably about an hour ago. Oh my god. We can't.
He reaches over and kind of puts a hand into this kind of cliff face, and the soil just kind of crumbles away. I don't think you're climbing that.
No. Are we going into the cave mouths?
I mean, what other option do we have?
So this kind of where the land is split and this thing is raised, is extending around. You can see for at least a few miles in either direction. But you could potentially go around. It's up to you.
We can't go over it. We can't go under it.
We're gonna have to go
We
around
might
it.
go around it.
We might.
I think you can.
I
think you can go under it. There's holes in here.
We can.
Sorry. Yes.
I think we can. We're going under it is. In the
That's
tunnels,
actually
right?
the main. Oh, so we can. The only thing we can't do is go over it.
Yes.
My reference feels like it's fallen on deaf ears.
I got it.
No, we got
I
it.
just didn't like it.
I like.
I don't blame you.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not so sure I liked it.
What's it from again?
Going on a bear hunt.
Oh, we're not scared.
Yeah. Should be scared of bears.
Yeah.
One ate my friend. And my cousin.
That must have been unbearable.
Hold on, was it? It's 2-1 at the moment.
If only,
Puns.
it would be amazing if this is the one session that Ahmed had actually tuned into.
Wouldn't it?
Because he got pursued.
Who is that?
It is the guy in the most in the most recent play I did got eaten by a bear.
Okay, good for him.
Hi,
I say we vote. Can I detect technology?
Yeah, sure. Do you reveal this to everyone? Because I don't know.
No, I just walk up to one of the and like do a little sneaky.
No, so it goes over. There's nothing. Like the technology in these pipes is dead.
Okay.
And you can't reach up high enough to get into the Eater ruin, and there's nothing else around you.
Right.
Perhaps again, though, the slight bing you get off of Vegas.
Oh, keep
But it's too faint. It's too faint to be kind of clearly marked as technology.
Oh shit! I should have.
Tetsu mutters under his breath.
Oh,
Stev's just kind of standing there,
stupid.
scratching his beard.
Absolute stupid. Why didn't I check on
Scratch
she was
his hair.
asleep? That would have been fucking.
He's the
That
light
would have
of
been
eyes.
weird. A weird thing to say as I'm muttering it under my breath, but.
Stev's just kind of
regardless.
squatting there and just eating ants off the
Was she?
cliff face.
No, thank you.
I take one.
Okay, good. For you.
It's poison.
You're gonna need to tell me. I can't tell you what you're doing. You've got to tell me what you're doing.
No, I'm just muttering stuff under my breath as I'm
All right,
self-scolding
the party
myself.
breaks down. Confronted by a cliff and a few options, they collapse.
I say we vote.
What's a vote?
I say we put our hands up.
Excuse me.
Our appendages.
Thank you.
And the vote, the option with the most appendages, then
I feel like I'm going to win this one.
no. Okay, everyone has a right to one appendage. Okay, it's your own appendage, and for each option, you can only use your appendage once.
Okay. You insect Stev, but with the notion of democracy. Oh my god!
Yeah, welcome. It's a real shithole. So I explain.
I see. Thousands of years in the future, or is it the past? A buffoon elected.
And we're all present.
All here.
And yeah, so I do you understand voting?
Use your there, yeah.
Sorry? Okay.
Like to speak of picture.
Yeah!
Sorry, just other people won't hear it on this.
So I teach I teach Tumbleheart and Stev
The meaning of democracy.
the meaning of democracy and...
Okay,
and
Steph puts his hand up a few times. He's like,
No, once. You
I
can
think
only
we should
do it
go
once. What's that for?
I'm voting for only doing it once.
Yeah, okay. We're getting sidetracked. We go round or through? Round?
Sorry, camera.
Straight into the camera.
All right, can you just check the camera angles on that?
It's I can see that camera in this camera.
Should I move this again?
But hang
Yeah,
on.
that's fine. That was the case before.
Yeah. No, I think
Just, are you in the
I
frame?
shouldn't have.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
shouldn't
got-
have brought up
I'm-
voting for
no,
the
I'm
group.
still- I'm
It's
still-
my
I'm still
fault.
right.
Democracy is whatever it does.
It's my cross to bear. Okay, so going round.
What do you think, Garg?
Does it know
Just
Paul?
looks in the pipe, looks around, kind of begins to walk towards one of the pipes. Okay, Garg's voted.
Okay, then, and you guys want to go through?
through.
Got to go with the dog.
Well,
I don't think the dog gets a vote.
Got appendages.
That's true, yeah. The dog gets a vote.
God damn it.
Anything with appendages gets a vote.
Just holds up a frog.
No, the frog isn't part of the party.
What's a party?
Sorry?
What's a party?
I've already instilled No, I haven't instilled democracy. I've already enlightened.
Right. At this point, I think it's fair to say the party heads into one of these tunnels. Assuming one of the
Whilst
ones
bickering.
that's large enough for you to actually walk into. Some of them are kind of small enough that you could crawl inside, but that seems...
Is it dark?
Oh, yes, yeah, there's no internal lighting.
Guys.
Yes.
Who said that?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
No, he's great. I love him. I've got a little something.
Is it an appendage?
Good eating.
It's neither of those things.
Yeah.
It's something that Lucky, who I'd buried, gave me, and just don't freak out. Okay, it's a glowing orb, all right, or sphere, depending on your own. You may have seen it before.
To be honest, I have no way of determining whether an orb is glowing or not.
I just get up. I just get out the.
So it's like,
It's okay. It's okay.
there's light coming from that.
Yeah, I know.
fire inside.
Oh no, I'm talking like you are. I've
Talking
got
like you are now.
I've
Is there
got
fire
the
inside that
stupid.
You get that orb out of here.
Are you guys alright? Are you guys alright with this?
Convenient, that.
Convenient. It is.
Long word for me.
Yeah, well, you've learned. What's happened? You've learned appendages as well.
It's
So
spreading.
oh,
It's spreading that.
just the hair just starts growing around my head. Yeah, it is convenient. Yeah, but are you guys all right? Do you need us to sit down and talk about it anymore, or are we okay?
Should we take a vote?
I like this voting. I'm alright with it.
You're alright with
The
it.
frog is too.
Dog.
Dog's just like...
Okay, right. Let's go
The
then.
dog hasn't even
Onwards.
looked back, it's still going along into the tunnel.
Onwards.
Onwards.
Right, best you should probably be leading then if you got the light.
All right.
Maybe I should lead just so I can.
Yeah,
so
you-
you don't die and I don't need the light.
That's a good shout. We'll do that. Are we walking in a single file, or are we?
So you don't really have
en
room on
masse?
this thing to walk
En
walk
masse.
anything else other than a single file.
Okay.
Then I'll shield out in front.
Sure. You begin to slowly make your way into this pipe. Cool. Da-da-da-da. So, actually, can you? Okay, can everyone give me a perception check? You on advantage.
Not that it helped much.
8.
9.
9. 18. Okay. So, only you notice as you're travelling down this pipe of metal, there is an occasional very faint zig, zig.
Oh no.
No. A sound you think similar perhaps to your lightning cell that
Okay.
you've used before. And perhaps at some point with illumination you do catch between where these plates come together in a thin gap. Thanks to the grape Shannon. I'm not going to do this yet. Just the finest momentary flash of black lightning. It's a tiny little beam of black carved into the air. But once you notice it, you do notice a few more. Stev and everyone else appears to just think it kind of gets mixed in with the sounds of the insects skittering around in the dark and the kind of sounds of wind moving down this tunnel. But you notice it.
Black lightning.
Yeah, like a little line of black cut into the air. Just there and gone.
Detect technology?
Sure. So, activating technology, unfortunately there's no technological source of it, as far as you can tell, within 30 feet.
No.
So you scan out and you can see the effects, but not the root source.
Guys, keep your eyes and other ways of noticing things peeled.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I'm an ally. Lightning. Electric. Is there water on the floor?
There is a very thin stream of brackish liquid moving down.
Okay, so maybe we should keep away from the...
Liquid, is it water?
I mean, it's indistinct sludge.
Okay.
Does it look like it could conduct?
You think perhaps it wouldn't be very good at conducting electricity.
Excellent news. Okay, but
I mean, certain benefit to the setting where there's so much salt everywhere is that electricity doesn't go very far, particularly in water.
excellent.
So
Okay. Well, we want to keep going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
okay.
Oh Lord, we're going to die, and it's going to be another massive frog.
No, you're doing all right actually. So
Again, just something the audio just
No, I know,
straight
yeah,
over
sorry.
the viewers.
So, eventually you come along until you can feel the kind of earth this pipe is embedded in ends not too far ahead of you. And there's a great kind of well in the earth. You can feel this tube you're in kind of arcs upwards, but a rent has been torn in the side that opens into this great kind of cavern you can't take the bottom of. And the rest of you approaching can see this light spills. You've come down this pathway. It kind of fairly sharply arcs upwards, and in front of you this hole has been torn, and you can just see blackness beyond. What light you're illuminating doesn't reach another side. Feeling up, you can feel this pipe goes up and kind of gathers with these other pipes in the earth around it and heads up into this thing, but your senses don't travel much further.
I can probably travel up that and maybe take one of you with me, but would be a stretch. God, it feels so much more ominous in here all of a sudden.
So I will say that the thin stream you've got is you can see there's a thin as this drops to fall from up this pipe onto the pathway of sludge beneath your feet. But you don't hear anything particular.
God, that's the worst thing to say after rolling a dice.
It's a high stealth roll. I mean, yeah. What other option do we have?
Well, the thing is, I can tell you what one at a time, but if someone gets ambushed at the top,
Then we might be...
or down here.
How tall?
So looking up, extending anything out, you're not quite sure. Or perhaps it's catching a glint off of where it angles back up, but it's fairly high up, maybe 60 feet. Erosion has put, handholds and footholds into the side of this pipe. It is not, it's not a perfect smooth cylinder, but there perhaps is some risk. But you can sense, of course, in this opening, it does open into this well that has, you can kind of make out the faint impressions of structure around it, so perhaps this forms an alternative route.
Well, why don't you go up with an archer, so that if there is anything here, or if anything's gonna jump out at us, we've got. Oh no, we've got.
Ignore
the godlike being rolling dice.
In the corner of the
Corner while
of
we're
the
trying to
cylinder.
discuss our plan.
Why don't you take an archer up, and then I'm stressed. Sorry, I'm not good in tight spaces.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I think yes. What I'm thinking maybe is if I climb up alone first, just to see if there is any way further forward, so we don't end up with one person abandoned up there.
Okay.
Probably get up a little faster if I'm unburdened.
Okay.
And then yes, take people up
One by one.
one by one.
Oh, people could climb. Are we good climbers? I think I'm okay at climbing.
Well, I could also drop a rope down from up there.
Excellent.
Do you have rope?
I do. I have a 50-foot rope, and my coil constitutes a 15-foot rope.
Okay.
I've got 65 feet.
Well, given you have a climbing speed,
Yeah.
it does effectively mean you can just kind of circumvent this one. Actually, probably should have thought that out.
In which case, I'll.
Yeah, you people extend your vines and.
Oh, he's up. He's gone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
We didn't even have time to put our appendages up.
My appendage just went way up.
Shakes his frog.
Oh.
Shakes his frog.
Just kind of sticks it to the side of the wall and support of it. So you make your way up, and as you get up there, you, I suppose, fasten this rope to some outcropping of kind of rent metal, and it falls down. I'm going to say that all of you are athletic enough to climb a rope. As you come up this, sorry.
The rope is only 50 feet.
Yeah, it's about 50 feet.
I've got. Yeah, I can extend my coil down 15 foot as well.
I mean, between you, I should have thought about you having climbing speed. That was a mistake. No, it's fair enough. As you come up here, you do come into a fairly large chamber. With your senses kind of permeating through the ground, you think you are still just about subterranean. There is soil beneath you and to the sides and walls here, but you are in a cylindrical room, and you do see, or you sense on the further side, cylindrical containers that contain certain levels of some light fluid, and a series of pipes that just snake and slither almost like a replica of the vines of the jungle across this floor. And at the centre, a kind of half-fashioned skeleton of silver, not humanoid. It's, if anything, kind of perhaps closer to some kind of ape, hunched. Its single arm that's been attached extends to the floor, and it does have some kind of form of a cyclopean head, perhaps slightly taller than a human. And as the rest of you come up, this is what you see as well. Thin beams of pale light emerge from cracks in some of the panels that still exist here and give this place a very dim illumination. But you see the same thing, and you see kind of small scattered parts of silver. To you, you would understand them as silver kind of bones, parts of this thing's skeleton, kind of scattered, unassembled. What are you doing in this place? You can see there are a few exits from this place as well. Some of them sealed up with these kind of metal doors, but some of them the doorways have corroded open.
What do we think?
I'm quite stressed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are you, Steph?
Don't think I could have eaten that. So I left my frog down there.
How are you,
You
baby?
lost your right to vote, I'm afraid.
Damn!
How are you, her baby?
I knew I shouldn't have voted for frogs, giving you the right to vote.
I feel if there's like any drafts coming from any of the passageways.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. You can give me a perception check.
Natural one.
Natural 1. So going around this place, you can't really feel any drops.
There's
The air
no
here is
air
fairly
at all.
still.
We're all suffocating.
It's breathable air. It's breathable air. I mean, there is air flow, but you can't particularly. There's no discernible draft. Point is, are you continuing from this room or are you investigating anything in here?
Was that the response to how are you?
I will. I'm really enjoying the fact that you jingle. I will. I guess investigate some of what's in the room. The containers of fluid, maybe.
There's 2 large containers of fluid. You think perhaps the same substance, but you can't really tell. They appear uncracked, and as you get closer, you do realise there's a third of them that has shattered at the side, and you think, given from kind of some of the slickness, has spilled its contents long ago here. But yeah, 2 vats. You need to tell me something more of what you're doing. But you don't really have a means to visually discern what this stuff is.
No.
I mean, it could be kind of water. You're not sure.
Okay. Well, I'll investigate the figure. Then I'm just gonna go and, without touching it, sort of. I want to see like its arm sort of plugged into the ground.
No, its single arm rests on the ground.
Okay, I'll have a look at that, but being very careful not to touch it.
Okay. How close are you getting to the thing?
Within a few feet.
Within a few feet. Okay. Can you give me a dexterity check?
Mm-hmm. Not good at that. 9.
9. Okay.
Oh no.
Ooh. You take only 2 fire damage, which is double to 4 for you. As you extend out a creeping vine, you notice, you feel it before anything else. One of your little leaves growing off it is just sliced into, and you see a faint burn as it falls, and you pull back, and you can sense this mesh of kind of burning lines in the air that don't move around this thing, but they do encase it. And as you do reach and probe this thing, suddenly the lights in the place do change to red, and a noise begins to kind of subtly rumble through the floor.
Sorry.
I need everyone to give me initiative as cylinders extend from parts on the wall.
Oh no!
You see this. You see this grey honeycomb forms the body of the cylinder, and you hear this growing volume of buzzing as small silver insects begin to come from each one of these combs and fill the air around them.
Shit. Sorry again.
Sure. What are you doing, initiative-wise?
Not great.
Actually, tell you what, I'm not going to handle this by initiative. These things are filling the air, and you don't particularly have ways to find them. What I'm going to do is go around and have everyone give me, essentially a turn, whoever wants to go first, or just in a circle of what they're doing in response to this.
How many insects are there?
It's a cloud, in 2 points in the room behind you. So looking at this place, essentially, you've come up through the piping that kind of comes up, and you've risen from the floor. Essentially, this pipe leads into. Going into the room, you have this skeleton, and then you've got 2 doorways on the far sides, and then these vats at the back. One of these doorways appears to be open, kind of corroded open. The other one is sealed.
We run.
The lights have, as I say, turned red. You can all run if you want. You're not trying to do anything else here.
Not anymore. I think I'd like to make a break for the corroded door.
I say
Okay,
we all.
can you all give me dexterity saving throws as you begin to flee these swarming insects that begin to fill the space of the room? Oh dear, Seb.
Oh shit! Did you get that one?
No, I got 3.
Okay, I really should have tenser music for this.
Oh yeah, this isn't tense at all.
I don't know what this is. I've got a song called Knife Dance. Hopefully it's tense.
What was that dexterity?
Dexterity saving throw. What have we got? Oh, can we got Steph and Don as well, please?
Steph.
They sound like insects.
Steph got a 10.
Cool.
Is it just his? I don't know if the dog has any proficiency bonus.
It does. It gets proficiency bonus for every save it makes.
Wow. 19.
19. Okay, so 10. You got
3.
23.
18.
18. Oh, very good, guys. Okay.
Could I say that, because I got like 23, can I notice him stumbling a bit and try and help him? Like, lower mind?
Okay, I'll allow that. Yeah, sure. What is it you're doing to help?
Why are you going slowly?
That's good. That's good.
I don't know. I should be going faster.
Like, did he trip or is he just walking slow?
He's slow. These things are
Oh, I
quickly
thought you were.
expanding to fill the room.
I thought you were asking that in the moment.
To be clear, I'm making you make dexterity saving throws in your reaction to get out of there, because that's what
Go.
you do. He's been slow on the draw, as has Dog. I think you said Stev got good and the Dog got 9.
No. Stev got 10. Dog got 19.
Oh, Stev and Tumbleheart are slow on the uptake.
I want to steer Tumbleheart towards the right.
All right, do you want to give me a athletics check as you attempt to push him?
Sugar.
12?
12. That's not great.
Can I help as well?
All right, I'll let you do an advantage then. Yeah, if you're both grabbing Tumbleheart, Stev's just fucks.
Natural 1. I'm sorry.
No. So you're giving her advantage through helping.
Sorry.
You both go to push Tumbleheart, but
shit.
so you don't get the natural 1 on. But I will say you're going to take half damage on this because you're delaying as these things basically begin to fill the air with blades, and you are getting smashed to pieces. It's not too bad though. That's 15 slashing damage to you, and that will be 7 to both of you as you help, and 15 to Stev. The Dog immediately begins running out of the room.
Of course it does. 39.
This is good for this.
Yeah, it's good.
It's music. It's
The
good.
high.
This is really stressful music, and I hope the chat can hear it.
So, can you two give me just regular dex saves, and Stev and Tumbleheart, can you make yours a disadvantage, please?
Yeah,
You are
so am I.
Whirling blades. You can, of course, given you're going fast, you can do other stuff like inspire and so on.
It's another 3.
15.
12, 15. What's Stev?
Stev got an 8. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I want to be like, we need to get the fuck out of here, please. Really inspiring me.
Who inspiring? You have to pick someone.
Steph.
Stev. Okay. What did Stev get? Is that a D8?
He got an 8.
What did he scored an 8 on his. Okay. Well, I rolled 5, so that's above 10, which is good. So sorry, Tetsu and Sababa's got.
I got 15.
15 and 12. Okay, so 15 above, you managed to just quickly get the fuck out of there just because these things are kind of cutting the air in front of you, but you just managed to move out of the way in time as you get out of the room. You, let's roll for everyone actually, what am I doing? Okay, that's another not too great roll. So that's 11 slashing damage for you, for Stev, and you take 5 slashing damage. As these things begin to fill the space entirely.
Are they...
You do notice as you get out of the room, they're thinner towards your end, but they stop at the door as if there's some invisible walls there.
Okay.
They just expand to occupy the space.
I might not make this. Do I know roughly where the door is?
Yeah, you know where the door is.
Am I within 15 feet of it?
I'll say yes.
Okay. Can I extend my coil to where the door is, just to sort of kind of give myself kind of to grab on something so I can give myself some leverage against this massive.
Okay, sure. What are Dog's spells? Can you tell me, by the way? And
Dog-
Davis.
Dog has got
enhance
ability.
Steph takes 5 damage as well, slashing damage.
I think we took 11 in the second go.
No, because he got inspired. So.
Oh shit! Okay, sorry, my bad.
Half because he got enough.
Sorry.
Thank you for inspiring us.
Good. Dog has got cause fear, command, cure wounds, shield.
Is everything all right?
We can barely hear.
We can barely hear.
Okay.
Oh, that might be
the music.
That might be referring to the music because they've got a delay.
Yeah, sorry. It's I'm trying to get us up where the music can be heard more clearly, but that'll be next stream.
And then he's also got enhance ability, which could help with dexterity saving throws.
Well, maybe. I'm just keeping them in mind. Okay, cool. So, can you give me a strength check to pull yourself out as these things are cutting all around you? Stev has managed to be inspired out of the room and just kind of clambers out as these things.
Inspire me out of the room.
Come on. Well, yeah. I mean, she gave me inspiration.
Come on, Hector.
Come on, give his head a rub.
21.
21. Okay.
Yes.
You rate yourself. These insects scattering from your form as you pull through. You know, some vines do hang limp, severed, and these things just kind of come up to the doorway of this place.
I'm in the room, right?
You got out
Okay, good.
because you got above 10.
Just
Did you take what you got? 13, right?
12.
12. So you took 5 slashing damage,
Yeah.
but because you were seeing the 10, you managed to get out of it.
We're going to. I think we're fixing how our music works. Be saying that here. We're fixing how our music works soon.
Yeah, next stream I will have the music will be heard better, but for now, sorry.
It's a bit quiet, but next stream we'll have.
Otherwise, it's too loud for like me to talk properly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you emerge from this place. These insects, and then just begin to recede. You hit it. You do notice that you've come out into a hallway that just kind of snakes around. You can't quite see where it goes yet, but there is again these thin strips of pale light in some places that give place a very dim illumination. Occasionally they do flicker and try to turn red, but then turn back to white.
Oh
To
no.
white.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
Let's go. Let's keep going. How are we?
Rough. But I can keep going.
Think we should keep going?
Was that a question or was that a?
Let's go. Just go.
He spits out a metallic insect he tried to eat.
Oh, the metallic.
Yeah, these were not flesh and blood insects. These were made of metal.
Yeah, I couldn't have done anything because of I wanted to, but I couldn't have.
No, don't worry.
Okay.
Killed you.
Let's go.
You follow this passageway and begin to head up. At this point, what we're going to enter is essentially kind of what I was saying before. You are going through this place as the lights around you begin to flicker and turn red, and sometimes it holds. And as it does, certain things begin to apparate around you. The floor panels flip, and strange ping, ping, clockwork beetles begin to spring from the floor, and these other bladed insects come from the walls. What we're doing is, as you race through this place, you are going to tell me, each of you, what it is you're doing to get through, and then I'll have you make rolls on that, and then basically you need to get more successes than you get failures. So, what's the baby's doing to facilitate running through this place? I'm censoring my swear words, I can't swear on this stream.
I want to take my sword and hold that in front of me and swing it so it's hitting whatever's in front of me as I run.
You're just trying to swap things as you run?
Yep.
Okay, give me an attack roll, I guess, then. Next up, what's Tetsu doing?
Question about malfunction.
Yes. You can use it for this stuff.
Okay, great. I'm gonna cast it.
You don't have any spell slots.
From all
That will be an automatic failure on this first of the 3 rounds we have of this. As you go to activate your lightning cell, it just clicks.
Sugar.
You think it's a rain of power.
Yeah. Then I keep running.
Sure, you keep running. That is an auto fail for you because you used something that didn't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's I'll think of something instead.
Oh, well, I was wondering about something. If we could do a little combo with the dog, which is now I'm theorizing how well this would work. So you tell me.
Yeah.
Partially, it's keeping online that sort of kind of like yanking myself through with the strength thing.
Yeah.
Of whatever it is. But I'm wondering if the dog can cast enhance ability on me to give me bull strength, which gives me advantage on all strength checks and doubles my carrying capacity.
What he said.
And I'm wondering if I'm gonna just, if I can, like whoever is like, you know, kind of gonna have the hardest time moving through this, just hoist them up and just try and like pull myself through.
Okay. Sure. Right. So let's go in turn. So you draw your weapon to swap these things. What did you get? 13. If anything, taking your weapon out and swinging it around is wasting your time, throwing it off balance. You can't run at full kill, and it is slowing you down. Failure. You try to use your power. That's a failure. However, Seth, instincts of a hunter-gatherer, just belts it immediately and just hits a really good pace running. He gets a success on just running. You have used enhanced ability with the dog.
Okay, so I want dog
carrying
to
you.
me, and then I'm gonna, if these two are faltering, I'm just gonna.
Can you carry both of them? That'll be a strength check.
My carrying capacity is doubled with bull strength.
Yeah, you are wearing plate armor and a shield and have a sword though.
Strength check I do get advantage on with bull strength.
Okay, it's going to be very hard to carry 2 of them, a lot easier to carry 1, I will say that.
Who looks
I
like...
carry him because I think I'm faster. I think I'm...
You called me chubby earlier, so...
if I think it's going to slow people down, I mean, who's closer to death, really?
Me always.
In which case, I'll carry you.
Okay, give me a strength saving throw on advantage.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, 12.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, so much better.
It's better. It's, you know.
You can, by the way, you can do everything you would do in a turn. So you have like bonus actions and stuff as well.
Also, at some point, if it looks like at any point I'm lagging behind, I will action surge to attempt to.
Okay, I will say picking up Hibabus and then getting moving. I will have you require to use an action surge to be able to keep up the pace.
Sweet.
So
I'll
that's
do
you burn your action surge. However, I will say because of what you've done, you've turned her failure into a success.
Okay.
So that's success. You, Stev, Hibabus. I'm going to count the dog and Stev as one here. So next round of movement. What is it you're doing?
Well, if I am just
Good,
in,
best of three.
if I'm just in some parts arms, not arms, I'm gonna inspire you.
Thank you.
Like, go on, little buddy, you can do it.
God, it's like run, fat boy, run, isn't it?
I think your character is possibly the thinnest, lankiest member of the party. You're
He's
starting
just
you, I
the-
suppose.
he's the-
Actually.
Well, I mean, I suppose it depends whether you count like the kind of conglomerate density of my vines or not.
Right. What is it Tetsu's doing?
I'm just tucking in.
You're just going to curl up in a ball on the floor.
Sorry?
You're curling up in a ball on the floor.
No. Like,
Okay.
like
running
like make
with
it like as.
Okay.
Also,
None of
hand is primed. If anything comes out and grabs me, shocking grasp in it.
Okay, sure. Do you want to give me a spell attack roll then?
Yes, I do. Med Don Lee. Where is that?
It's there.
Yeah. Shocking grasp. Oh wait, no, it's just 2d8s, isn't it?
You don't need to roll damage. You're making essentially a check with your attack.
Oh, okay. 18.
18. Great. Okay. What is Tumbleheart doing?
Okay, so I mean, I'm continuing to kind of
Probably more than
continue with
18.
this like same thing.
Yeah.
But what I would like to do is kind of realizing that he's lagging behind a bit. Can I ready a throwing axe to attempt to, if something comes flying towards him, to attempt to like knock it out before that happens?
Okay. It's going to be fairly hard to be pulling yourself forward, carrying a Hibabus, and throwing an axe. So you give me an attack roll on disadvantage if you want. But failing this may penalise you.
Okay. That's all right.
So it's probably.
melee spell attack. It's plus your
I think that might penalise me.
What'd you get?
Critical fail.
Critical fail. Okay, that does technically count.
That was
as
like
two
a
failures.
20.
It is now.
Does that mean you're gonna die?
I think might fucked us all over there.
We're all gonna die.
What's Stev and Dog doing in this? The problem is I don't know if Stev's catchy, so I can't really think of stuff for him.
Steph.
Sugar honey iced tea.
Could be it. I don't really know enough about what he does, to be honest.
I'm just going to have Stev run. I
think
Harry
I'm
really should be this.
Stev
continues to just crush it with his athletics
I think
checks.
probably
So,
the dog as well, just because the dog's got to maintain
I'm kind of
concentration.
running the dog does even better at running. The dog just got a 23 on the
Wow.
physics. So,
I don't know about thee.
but I'm counting Stev and dog as one. Stev success, you success. As these things get closer, you kind of swipe and kind of curling the electricity through the air does manage to disorientate and put back these bladed insects, filling the place. What is it Baby was just doing?
I was just in his arms.
You're just in his arms.
Yeah.
So, did you do anything?
I inspired
Oh, you gave inspiration. Cool. And you crit fails. That's 2 failures.
Oh, does that mean I failed then?
Yeah, you're relying on him. So
Oh,
that's
that's
3.
2 failures.
You got a crit fail.
Oh yes.
Critical
What if I
critical
just
success
fail?
is 2 successes.
yeah.
Sorry.
But I just failed once.
You do just fail once, but that's 3 failures to Tetsu and Stev's 2 successes. So you failed this one. You are taking some damage here.
Oh, it's like a group thing.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's no, sorry, it isn't a group thing.
Sorry.
Oh, we're doing the last one. It's best of 3. If you fail the best of 3, you're taking group damage. If you succeed, you're not. Basically, that's the kicker.
Okay. Have we all got
Last
to get
round of this. What are you doing
Damage.
to facilitate
How much damage do you
getting?
take?
As you're not taking damage yet. You may escape getting no damage.
Okay.
So,
Can I ask you to fling me ahead so I can keep running?
Yeah.
And I would like to inspire you as I do that.
okay, use your bonus action inspire. Can you give me an acrobatics check as you are flung forward?
Okey-dokey. 17.
17. Cool. What's Tetsu doing?
I'm still running and batting.
Okay, running and batting. So the same tactic twice does penalise you, so you're doing it at a higher DC. But you can.
Sorry, I'm also assuming I lost
Sugar.
the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodbye, one of my 4 hand axes.
Yeah, I was saying, as you're swiping, you just see like an axe just like fly like across the room and just bounce off of a table.
Sorry.
Is that near me?
No.
Okay. Are
Are you gonna try to draw the axe to you?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah, it'd be cool if I could.
Sure. What is it? You want to pull the axe towards you?
Yeah.
To do what exactly?
Sweet.
That did not work for me.
I think the way that would work would destroy the axe, though.
Okay.
You are dealing damage to the axe as you
I'm
like.
abandoning the axe anyway.
Yeah. Okay. I think the axe is gone.
That's fine.
What's Tetsu doing?
Really cool. Oh God. I mean, because
You do have some. You do. So I will say it's not. You do have some spells without spell slots. Not everything requires spell slots to cast.
No, I know, but I think
And you have your arrows as well.
I do have my arrows. And am I at the back of the group?
You can say you are for the narrative context.
Okay. And are we getting into, or is it as we're coming?
It's basically as you're running through these rooms, you're following through, you're trying to find which way you're going. So it doesn't have to be necessarily physical. It would be like, oh, okay, I try to sense the layout of this place, the optimal route path to take, that kind of thing. You're able to interpret it how you like.
Can I?
It's sorry, my brain's completely gone.
No.
You lost.
Sorry, I interrupted. Can I detect technology and see if there's like some sort of thing that I can fire an arrow in?
Okay,
to
yeah.
stop?
I would say, how would it take an action to cast a technology, or
No, I can do it.
you might be able to do it at, for free, I think.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I will say extending your senses
running.
out, you can see kind of, it does reveal the functionality, perhaps some of these traps that are activating around you as you go before they activate.
Yeah.
You may be able to preempt them.
So I forgot I have this ability called evasive vine work, which is, I'm imagining just sort of fancy footwork thing, but what I'm thinking is like if these things are coming at me in sort of targeted way, if evasive vine work is essentially moving in a sort of erratic pattern forwards to kind of to use my my ability to sort of duck and weave against
Sure, that's cool.
predictable patterns in order to throw them off.
And what does it do?
Mechanically, what it does is I roll the. When I move, I can expend one superiority die, and then I roll that die and get that extra to my AC.
Okay, we'll roll the superiority die, and then your AC plus that will count as your check score, I guess, which is convenient for you. So what is it Tetsu's doing?
If I can. Is there lots of separate little things?
Yeah, so
or
you
is
can
there
spy
one big?
panels that might flip over and send these machines after you.
Send them over. There's nothing.
It does mean you can avoid those panels though as you're running.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I think that's all I really can do at the moment. Because the only other thing that I'm thinking of with bows and arrows and stuff is firing blast arrows behind us, but I don't know how much I don't know whether or not the threat's more from behind.
It's closing in around you as you go, essentially.
Shit.
This is intense.
This is really
Good
intense.
job, man.
It's
I love these. I love group trials like this.
Sorry.
Good chance to be creative.
Yeah.
You got to tell me what you're doing though, because we've only got 30 minutes into the stream. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Then. Is everyone in close enough proximity for blast arrows or not?
I will say that you can avoid hitting them with a blast arrow, but you can shoot a blast arrow at a grouping of these cylinders that insects are coming out of. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's what I'll do. Okay. Tech roll.
And I'll give you that advantage because that's quite cool.
18. On advantage, I roll again.
You might get an advantage.
18.
18. Cool. So 18. Sorry, Babus, you got thrown forward. You got acrobatics. What did you score?
17.
17. What's Tumbleheart doing?
I said with the evasive vine work.
Oh yes, cool. So what did you get with that?
So I'm presuming not counting my shield in that AC.
No.
22.
22. Brilliant. Okay. So I'm going to say you can't use that repeatedly. I think that kind of
No.
might be a bit overpowered. But anyway, third trial, success, which is good because Steph got a nat 1, so that's 2 failures. But with 3 successes, you've got 2 out of 3 of the rounds.
Great.
So
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
as you course through this place, you hurl Babus forth like a javelin, and she just manages to kind of fairly neatly tumble on the ground and get up and just come up into a full sprint. Moving, you pull and loose your boom rose and it blows up and scatters some of these insects against the wall where they kind of batter around each other, holding them back, giving you an opening. You begin to predict their movements. You've got a sense of them now that you've been cutting at you, and you shimmy and move around as these things kind of form these cylinders of blade through the air that slice at you, and you manage to duck and weave. Stev stumbles, but I will say as he goes, you kind of latch onto him and pull him upright. And eventually you kind of burst through out into open air. You come up through a passageway and running non-stop, you kind of scatter onto mud and vine that has crawled into the cracked open edifice of the surface of this ruin, and the insects around you kind of buzz angrily at the mouth of the stairwell, but you can see that the red lights around you that have been kind of pursuing you do not reach up here. You think perhaps the deadness, that's a bad word, but the erosion of the surface of this ruin prevents the insects from following you any further, and their angry buzzing slowly recedes in. You emerge. Okay. Is that the party handshake? Nice.
Well, you said handshakes hadn't been invented, so.
Well, so they can't
High
see
fives
that on
have been
stream.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that's just brilliant streaming, guys.
Right,
Good
wait,
job.
wait, we
Good
can
job.
get it right in front of the camera.
There it is.
Anyway, okay, so you emerge into the cool air.
Shit.
Sorry?
I'm sorry, that was just a general shit.
Okay, cool. I think
General
there's
shit.
something wrong with the character. The wind blows over you now that you are looking over the top of this raised earth. You look out over the jungle, and behind you, this ruin climbs like some obtuse skeleton of a pyramid or an obelisk towards the sky. And turning around to look, you now all see thin parts of this black electricity climbing down, and where it scorches the earth, you see that the grass around withers ever further. And just out of sight, but you know it's there, you feel the kind of ominous emanations of raw psychic power not far out of you at the apex of this building. And we're going to end there.
Oh,
Cool.
Man.
good lord.
There we go. Right,
Thank you,
we made it
Liam.
through. I think the stream's still going. Hopefully,
It
hasn't
is
all
still
gone
going.
wrong. Brilliant.
Thank you for
We survived. Thank you, those watching, for tuning in. I hope you had fun. I did.
Had fun.
Yeah, it could have ended really badly if you'd
I
failed on that third one.
very
You
nearly
pulled it all-
died.
You pulled it all together. I'm very pleased. So we're not here next week. Obviously, that's Boxing Day. 2nd of January. I'm here. I don't know about these lot. We'll decide later on. Follow the Twitter account to know if we're on. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully, I've been told there's quite a bit of an echo on my mic. I am getting that improved. That will hopefully be gone by the next session, almost assuredly. And hopefully, I will have these backdrops painted as well. We'll see.
In the meantime, go over to instagram.com/dicecapital and follow us there, where you can keep track of everything and all the beautiful artwork done
And
for us by
one
Ron
beautiful
Cozy.
selfie.
And one beautiful selfie.
We're not expecting more. I should be clear. We're not expecting more.
That's why it's a
But
beautiful.
you can see all
No,
the
but you can check out like the full, because
Wait, I found the message
we don't have
on
all the
Twitter.
full pictures on
the
there.
full character portraits.
I've
And what are we? Twitter.com
with the appendages.
/ Dice Capital.
/Dice Capital. And we'll.
With a K.
With
Yes,
a
I've
K.
got to run over there and stop the stream now. But
Yeah,
everyone,
okay.
continue for a moment.
We're just gonna
Lovely.
Have a good Christmas,
Have a good
guys.
Merry
Christmas.
happy
Happy
holiday.
holiday. Nondescript.